Only now that I understand the depth of the depravity of this creature, this monster that I unwillingly helped to create, as if the suffering wasn't enough, the loss of innocence, the loss of everything to so many people, and used in ways I never thought imaginable.
April 2015 to October 2023, 8 years and the FNAF movie is finally coming out. Scotty boy, you did! Looks like this actually took a lot of work to come out. Unlike Security Breach.
My flashlight don't work.
But a couple people got wind of this Five Nights at Furry's game. How could you not walk in and you'd find your son playing around with Toy Chica? Man, what the hell?
What the fuck?
You're a screenwriter. Do your job and write what you see on screen. You know what I see? A big hot chick. Money!
I can sell this!
Hey, Scott Cawthon, hack this. Of course, the idea of haunted or scary kids animatronics wasn't created by Scott Cawthon. You grab thing that kids love and then you make it scary. That's horror.
What the fuck?
But once the FNAF mass hysteria hit and all these new FNAF games were coming out and everyone loved animatronics and shit, it feels a little disingenuous to say your movie about a group of murder bears is actually an original idea. Yeah, okay, makes sense, Willy. So in preparation of the FNAF movie, I just want to look at some of these things. It's like FNAF, but without Springtrap. Look, he doesn't always need to be there, little fuck. These movies are really interesting to me because it's almost like an alternate dimension where the movie didn't take like 18 drafts until Scott said yes. Now it feels like Scott just said, fuck it, call up Nick.
I want
As if the suffering wasn't enough.
I've known a lot about these from random YouTube reviews about them, but I haven't really watched them except for one, so I decided to watch the one that looks like the most shameful copy first.
It is Willy's Wonderland.
Willy's Wonderland, that title's right, because Willy could be, talking about a penis.
For those of you who don't get the joke, the joystick is a metaphor for penis.
This released in 2021, which is weird. I swear it was like 2019. The director is Kevin Lewis, who I thought had something to do with The Hug in 2018, but no, apparently not. I'm just losing it. It's another similar animatronic horror, so I should mention it. It's a short film, and it's actually pretty good, especially in comparison to the actual feature-length version. The weird panda animatronic is way more interesting than Willy and his gang, since there's more mystery around it. Also, it's just better designed in general. I like the idea of it having two faces like a bad cop from the Lego movie. And the set here is leagues better. I'm just gonna get into it now, but the set in Willy's Wonderland is such shit. It's a bunch of shittier, smaller rooms that are also just confusing, but it's this main stage room I have a problem with. It's so small, they just had to slap shit on the wall so there's something there. The only character theming there are like posters and the animatronics themselves. And they're not spread throughout the location, they're just always on this shitty stage. And then this ball pit. Why is there a ball pit in the dining room? It's just a collection of things that need to be there, but their specific spot doesn't make sense. Oh, what? There's a cool sign outside that looks like the Buc-ee's logo. Okay, yeah, that's safe. How did Willy's Wonderland figure out what a mascot sign should look like and the FNAF movie can't? In comparison, The Hug uses a real arcade, but put weird panda guy theming on it, so it works. And that's why I think 5 minutes of this is better than an hour and a half. Let's go into Willy's Willy Land. Well, it's definitely a funnier existence than most things. The movie has a lot of ideas. Most of those ideas are from this, but that's still a lot of ideas. The director claimed it wasn't based on Five Nights at Freddy's, but I find that very hard to believe, especially when you made sure every main animatronic wasn't an animal species featured in FNAF. When I think of just animatronic characters, not even FNAF animatronic, I think of a bear and a chicken. And look who took both of those. Of course, again, evil animatronics isn't an original idea. An episode of Gravity Falls and regular show released before FNAF, and they're always compared to FNAF, even though they came before. And the regular show episode is way funnier because they aren't haunted or anything, they're just gangsters with guns. And the Gravity Falls episode somehow predicted FNAF and Doki Doki Literature Club. Lewis Dawkins is dead. Willy's copy is way more than that, and I think they should just own up to it.
Are you gonna answer the question?
No.
The main character, played by famous actor Nicolas Cage, basically has the job of the night guard and acts like a video game protagonist.
You're not safe in there. We gotta get you out.
No.
He says nothing and then beats up the monsters. It's like a boss fight. They also explain the origin, and it's just FNAF.
Willy's was built in 1996, the brainchild of Jerry Robert Willis. And if that name sounds familiar to you, it should. Jerry was one of the last century's most sick and sadistic serial killers.
Okay, some of the creepiest, most depraved people of society made a pizza place. That just makes me damn sick.
Jerry spent most of the time cultivating similar sickos. I mean, these were the most depraved people you could ever imagine.
Look at how scary and evil this motherfucker looks. Evil incarnate. I know it's kind of switched because it's the killers and the robots now, but whatever, the vengeful spirits. The overall look for the movie is fine. Most of the shots look kind of shit because of the shaky cam and this absolutely awful filter and this stupid lens flare that is like, it's like on every shot. Like, holy shit, it's so bad. I couldn't find like where they were in the room in half of these. But there are these shots that look really cool and stylish, especially towards the end when little Nicky is fighting Willy and all this cool confetti is everywhere. But yeah, it does look like the movie was dipped in fucking Breaking Bad filter.
Mr. White.
Let's talk about the camera. They put Doug Dimmadome in their movie. This guy's name is like Texas McAdoo or some shit. All of the animatronics are very bland and just say shit like this.
I'm gonna feast on your face.
Opila bird joke.
I'm gonna feast on your fucking dick.
My main problem with this film is that there's no like child aspect, you know what I mean? We need that disconnect as an audience for a bunch of children to love these dumbass people in suits, but none of that is in the movie. That's what made the idea of FNAF scary. Of course, it's not scary anymore, but the thought of a bunch of kids being murdered by this guy is maybe a little scary. The only children in the movie is during the flashback sequence that explains why Willy Afton is doing this, because he's apparently
Last century's most sick and sadistic serial killers.
But all we get is basically this.
Some would say things they weren't programmed to say.
Wanna fuck, daddy?
Damn, I don't even know what to do with all that.
You wanna make out the fucking closet? Fuck you, asshole. Fuck you, fucking piece of shit. Fuck you. You fucking suck.
Instead, there's this teenager plot, but they're literally here just to be killed. And then this is a weird, like, thing to notice, but the main girl sounds exactly like Velma from Scooby-Doo. I checked, it's not, but it's really weird.
You're not safe in there. We gotta get you out.
Two of them fuck because the opportunity of boning in front of Willy the Weasel only comes once in a lifetime. And then, like, main girl is hanging out with Nicholas at the end and Freebird is playing. Let's talk about Nick C.
God, I wish that were me.
He's the janitor, a character that's probably a body double during half the movie. They really tried to push Nicolas Cage's involvement here, and I'm just not buying it. Like, they said he impacted the actual designs of the animatronics. I don't believe that, but I do believe he came up with the idea for the janitor to be completely silent. It's just kind of baffling, honestly. I'm not even sure if it did its job right. Everyone is calling the janitor a badass in the movie, but instead he comes off as a weird asshole instead, and it's actually really funny. Like, there's this scene where main girl and the janitor are about to fight a robot, and then his break starts and he just leaves to go drink soda, dance, and hump the pinball machine. It's actually funny, but I do wish he had a little bit more to him because he's such a nothing character with no backstory. Jay from Red Letter Media came up with a really good idea while they did their review.
Again, I thought that was a setup for something, where there was some reason he was playing it. He went to Willy's Wonderland as a kid and he never defeated it, and so now he's back to defeat the machine or something. Beat his high score. He just goes back there and plays it for no reason.
Oh, Jay, it's like you've seen a movie before.
Like, that's perfect. Give him something more that makes sense, but it's stupid motivation, so he's still a weirdo. Overall, I think the movie is a scam, a sham, and a piece of trash to be dumped on the streaming, but also, the next movie, not to release, Willy's released after this, but I got them mixed up. I don't give a shit.
I don't give a fucking shit.
I'm not changing the order. It's the Banana Splits movie.
It is Willy's Wonderland.
Unlike Willy's, this might actually be a changed early draft of the FNAF movie. There's no official confirmation, but it's pretty much true. Come on. It's even in the trivia on Amazon. The weirdest thing about this movie is that it is actually based on something. The Banana Splits was a real thing. It was like a Hanna-Barbera show with these guys dancing. Why use real characters that nobody really knows? What's the point? It just made people who did know about the Banana Splits confused that they were like horror characters now. What's even weirder is that the Banana Splits are like still actively being used in Warner Bros. Shit. There's a show on HBO Max called Jellystone which uses a bunch of Hanna-Barbera characters, and they are like reoccurring like, they are the focus of more than one episode. You can't learn this shit from Dead Meat. See, this is why I still matter. There might even be a reference to this movie in Jellystone, because the characters are villains now and the elephant doesn't talk. What the fuck did this movie do? This movie's just like, I don't know why it exists. I guess I know. It's because the FNAF fandom needed something to chew on, but also, I don't get it. It's mostly a competent film, but it's just so bland. Yeah, a bunch of people they show up and they get killed by mascots. I don't care. It has none of that really strange energy that was in Willy's. Despite everything, Willy's is just a really fun film with a couple of cool visuals. And even though both of these movies rip off FNAF, Willy's isn't based on whatever this is, so at least it's a little more creative. You know what kind of fucked up competition this is for Willy's Wonderland to win? Banana Splits is definitely a more coherent movie, though. Like, it makes sense most of the time. It follows this family, and the little kid really likes the banana splits. The dad is like a bad guy and cheats on the mom, and there's this really funny scene of the older son talking about him.
The guy's a selfish prick. He hates me. He barely remembered his own son's birthday. He doesn't even want to be here. He'd rather be at work.
He's saying it like it's a fucking cinema set.
Spoiler alert. It's a dump.
The family goes to see the banana splits and everyone's having a great time, but oh no, they're being canceled. And the technician that, like, works in the boiler room, like, fucking codes them to be aggressive and killers. Why the fuck would you do that? It's not like he's even this movie's version of Afton. He's really not a threat or anything. They just kill him. Also, yes, these are robots, not people in mascot costumes. Definitely not. You could have tried redesigning them a little bit more to look like robots, but okay, sure. The splits are all voiced by Eric Bauza, who was the main Bugs Bunny guy, but he's, like, barely in this. It kind of just sounds like they got Eric Bauza to do a cameo video and they kept reusing the lines. My favorite part about this movie is probably Stevie. Who is Stevie? The Banana Split show has this human actor hanging out with the others, and his name is Stevie, and he was never a thing on the original Banana Splits. Who the fuck is this guy?
That's Stevie. Nobody really likes him.
Fuck you, kid. This is Stevie's turf. He does whatever the fuck you want. Fuck you! It's really funny whenever he starts drunkenly dancing and shit. I love this scene so much. More movies should have this. Stevie learns that his show is getting canceled, and he immediately celebrates. I love him so much. He's like a drunk, shitty, sweaty Pee-wee Herman.
This is...
He's literally the first one killed, and yet he left such an impact. I'm pretty sure people draw fan art of this character. What the fuck am I talking about? Oh, yeah. The rest of the side characters are like this assistant person that the brother falls in love with because, I don't know, he wanted to.
This is true.
These vloggers who you would expect to be like obnoxious and making fun of this place for clicks or whatever, but no, they're both just genuine fans of the banana splits, and it's kind of hilarious.
I bet it's strawberry from one of the sloppy time pies. Nope, that's not strawberry. I don't know what that is.
They even like go backstage and the guy proposes. Too bad this happened. Well, after, you know, that. At the end of the movie, it's teased the girl vlogger will become the 5th banana split. Why would you do that? Why are you doing
that's
that?
Not strawberry.
Oh yeah, also there's this guy that really wants his daughter to be a star, so he wants to see the producer, but then, oh yeah, he's a meatbag only there to die. There's this like really serious scene where the dad is revealed as a cheater, and then his biggest hater walks out.
I knew it, man. I knew you were a scumbag.
What are you doing?
Dick.
Then there's like an actual well-written line.
There was always Austin, and then there was Harley. Us. What a joke.
That's like
Peacemaker. What a joke.
It's a good thing they got all the people who were good at writing marriage dramas to write a funny animatronic killer movie.
Nope, that's not strawberry.
And then when the dad leaves, he's all like,
Hey, guess whose night just freed up?
You look at this fucking guy.
Dick.
Did you hear me?
What the wait. So they cut his head off, stuck it back to the point where he looks completely normal, because it looks like to me that dad just fucking tugged on him too hard and his head fell off.
Kim Kardashian's head fell off.
Fleagle, who was the dog, like starts kidnapping the kids, and oh fuck, they gave these asshole red eyes too. Why aren't people mad about this? And then Bingo, who is like the gorilla, captures the brother, and mom has to get all hot and shit to save him. I wish Snorky was the one getting hot. You know what I mean?
Nope, that's not.
They start making these two, the producer and the dad guy that got his face, go through this Nickelodeon Double Dare shit, and it's probably the most creative scene. You don't see a lot of kids obstacle course saw trap stuff. The producer didn't even do anything. The other deaths, at least they were like trespassing and being annoying and shit, but the producer girl was actually like a sympathetic character, and she even passes the sloppy time course. Yes, it's called sloppy time. I wish Snorky would give me some of that sloppy time.
I'm joking. I'm joking.
She did what they fucking wanted. They just killed her. They just fucking... They're fucking ruthless.
Yo.
Austin.
No. The Banana Splits kidnap the kids for this fucked up show where they have like Stevie corpse on a bike and they start doing this shit. They also have the main producer guy, and I swear to God, this is an episode of iCarly. This happened to Spencer. They free the kids and they go home, the end. I noticed this funny background extra who's being held like they were hurt, but they were literally nowhere in the movie. What the hell are you doing? It was alright. Needed more. The next movies I want to cover quickly, well, I'll try to, because they aren't really based on FNAF. They just have an evil mascot thing going on. Instead of evil Chuck E. Cheese, it's evil Furby. Holy shit. This is the Pooka series. The first movie, well, I didn't watch the first movie in preparation for this. I'm sorry. I really just want to talk about the sequel because I will never have an excuse to talk about it again. And I want to expose more people to the experience that is Pooka Lives. Pooka 1 is a story about this guy who wears a mascot costume. He gets stuck in it or something. I don't care. Pooka 2 is well,
We gotta stab the doll.
Wait, I thought we were supposed to burn it.
Yeah, well, they changed this story. We gotta live stream it too.
I know about this movie because around when it came out, I recorded a review with my dear friend Seatbelt. I don't know why, I just wanted to do a random horror movie review, and this is what we landed on. That review never ended up happening, and the original recording is probably lost of time, but god damn it, it's been 3 years in the works, we're finally here.
I feel like if you gave Caveman like a picture of Melissa, they'd start fighting over it.
The movie follows Derek, an author who wrote a book, and it failed, so now he's working for the Pooka company. He visits his friends, and I actually really like the cast of this movie. They come off as boring at first, but then they just kind of become endearing, and none of them are killed off. For like a body count, they just have to deal with this Pooka shit, and I kind of love it. Maybe it's because the end of this movie makes these characters seem like epic badasses who are gonna beat the shit out of Pooka's ass, but then the credits is like this cheap comic book art style, and it looks like one of those animated true scary story videos.
Why is there a guy wearing a pig mask on my screen?
Yeah, this is like Tails gets trolled.
Why does she look like that? Derek is like infamous on the internet, and he decides to make a scary story about Pooka, and it's kind of like a creepypasta sort of deal. Like, Pooka comes to life because the internet believes in him. It's like when little kids thought Slender Man and Jeff the Killer were real. Me personally, I've seen things that cannot be explained. There's a really creative choice they didn't have to do, where the internet keeps grabbing Derek's idea of what Pooka is and changing the design through fan art and misinterpretation, and as the movie goes on, Pooka gets more grotesque. What the hell, that's actually fucking cool. They even set this up with a scene where they talk about, like, fucking a Momo. Yeah, like this thing.
They're not allowed to use Reddit and shit in this movie, and it's really funny. They can't use YouTube. They have to use like PooTube and shit. They have to use like the AVGN movie version where it's just like ass tube, shit tube, or whatever the fuck it was.
Derek is in the elevator at his job, and then we have a great scene.
What is happening?
Name's Andy. I'm in charge of social media.
I'm glad they told us this is
Name's
Andy. I had to know that information. Like, is this like the director's son? Who is this? I'm not saying I hate Andy.
Name's
it's actually
Andy.
an inspiring
I'm in charge
performance.
of It's called Google, old man.
Dude, this is the guy from Big Hero 6. He's in the costume like inside, outside.
Outward, inside, outward, backwards, inside, out.
He looks like Protean.
What'd you say? He looks like Protean.
7-year-old girls.
Dude, 7th grade girls.
There's so much fucking funny shit in this movie. Here's a scene where one of their friends, who's a police officer, pulls up a picture of a charred corpse, and the other guy's reaction is this.
Annie, why do you have that on your phone? You brought that up so fast.
There's something so genuine about that reaction. I feel like they brought in a writer to do one last draft, and they just added all these really funny moments. I feel like I haven't made a lot of jokes in this review yet, and that's because I know this is our big comedic moment. This is the funniest thing that ever be put to film.
Wait,
didn't his videos hurt kids?
Yeah, kids, adults, a lot of people did it. Like, a lot of people do it. Like, all kinds of people, adults
During the entire movie, Derek is being, like, harassed and shit by the internet. They, like, spray paint his car. This is all happening because Derek pissed off Jax. Jax is, like, a parody of the average YouTuber, and he just won't fucking leave Derek alone.
Anyways, I'm too busy.
We need to dissect this scene frame by frame. Okay. So Derek grabs his phone, the video is already playing, and it's this.
Got a quick little update about that doucher, Derek. He is now officially canceled.
This is the best character in any piece of media ever made. This scene is complete tonal whiplash, and I immediately started laughing when I saw Jax again. He fills me with joy. For some reason, his whole thing is like jacking off, and like, you know,
fucking dick!
Making jacking off your entire personality, you know. That is far off from real YouTube. Jax just keeps uploading videos harassing Derek, and the editing is just fucking deranged.
I'm Jax, y'all. Pooka will come and beat the shit out of
He
him.
looks like fucking Roger. I love Jax so much. Can we see some Jax love nowadays? Go make Jax fan art. Here's mine. This actor, I love you. I'm a Jacker till death. Alright, Jax like records himself doing the Pooka challenge, and it consists of eating ashes and then dancing, and then later that night he's like live streaming, and then Pooka, well, Pooka gets him. I'm devastated. Out of respect and memory, I will now do the Pooka challenge.
Oh, Pooka!
I love all the fight scenes because the movie doesn't want to kill off any of the characters, so it's like a regular show fight scene and they're just like throwing shit at Pooka.
German shorts, the ones like the high ones that the German kids wear with the suspenders on them.
What are you talking about?
The stupid like German kids shorts, or the green ones where the guys.
This movie is so fucking funny. I don't care. Why did they edit her saying "what are you talking about" like 3 times?
What if you heard knocking door on Jackers? Like, you my uncle? I don't hate that 3 years ago, man. They close the door. Like, I'm just kidding, man.
Can't we don't even know what he said? Like, we don't remember what he said after this. Like, what?
It doesn't matter.
We couldn't even understand.
I remember him crying.
Got you! I got you!
Hey, listen to this.
Here at Spectacular Contraptions, really pride ourselves in bringing you the best in kids and...
I thought that was fucking Matt Pat talking. I don't think the movie does a good job at representing what the internet is actually like, but damn, the way it uses it in the story is actually creative, and I haven't seen another movie do it. This isn't like a super amazing movie that everyone should go watch right fucking now, but like, come on, I like it.
Oh, thank God. Okay.
Oh, fuck.
I mean, think about it. This movie was a Blumhouse production, so the budget is already low. But it was also an installment for a Hulu anthology series called Into the Dark, where each episode is based on a certain holiday. So basically, your budget is a bunch of fake fucking toy money. For what this is, they did a good job, and I genuinely enjoyed it. Good job, Jax.
We're gonna call you Jacker.
No, you're not. It's not gonna catch on.
Fuck, I guess you're right.
In Aubrey's opinion.
In Aubrey's opinion.
Fucking intruding on a conversation. In Aubrey's opinion.
In Aubrey's opinion.
Fuck you, Arby's.
That's not gonna catch on.
Who told you to speak, Arby's?
That's not gonna catch on. In Aubrey's
opinion. In Aubrey's opinion.
I could really end the video here. Actually, I could have ended it a while ago, but you know, I want to go over some fan films because I don't want to make a separate video for them one day. Too hard. First off, I just want to quickly mention the VHS analog horror videos. They're kind of like short films. I'm only really familiar with them because I got really bored and started watching these Dawko and 8-Bit Ryan reaction videos. Why do I always talk about Lewis Dawkins? I'm not a big fan of these videos or anything, but the videos made by Spectre are pretty cool. They're all really well done, and there's about 4 that only get longer and longer until the 4th is like 30 minutes. They cover a story revolving around each of the Withered animatronics, and it's just really cool. Withered Bonnie is like an origin story for why he looks fucked. Withered Freddy's is probably the best. That follows a paranormal investigator asking questions to the spirits of the children, but they start attacking. And Mr. Afton fucking just shoots him with a shotgun. I love the way William is portrayed in some of these videos because he's just a fucking asshole.
Elizabeth Afton.
I don't understand.
Elizabeth Afton, daughter of William Afton. Why don't you remember? Remember times?
Yes. I seem to be trapped inside the Springlock suit.
He isn't like a killer with a knife. He's just like a fucking gangster, and he just shoots police officers and shit.
Where's your robot? I don't know. Try to call it back.
You know, I'm almost tempted to leave that useless piece of shit here.
I also like how he has control of the animatronics, meaning he's the one making them attack and the spirits are just dormant and forced to do it. I always thought it was weird how hostile the animatronics were to people who literally didn't do anything. The main characters in these are pretty funny though. They're like the whitest people alive. In the fourth one, the main character just saw his partner get mowed down and shot to death, and like 15 minutes later he's saying this.
Well, if there is still power, hopefully the phones here still work. I gotta make sure backup knows I'm here, otherwise they'd be looking everywhere to try and find where the action is.
These are pretty neat, but also a bunch of pussy shit. Where's the live action fan film?
Got you now, you son of a bitch.
Okay, this is a film by LGE. I skimmed through it, I'm sorry. It is rough, but it looks like the quality gets better halfway through.
And now he wants you dead.
What are you talking about?
Did you not notice that every security guard inside that records book, besides me and Fritz, up until a few days ago, was dead?
Yeah, I did find that a bit strange.
But you want to know why I love this? Any sane person would have wanted to get like a location and good sets to make this, but not this guy, because he's fucking brave, okay? I'm not being ironic. This is a commendable effort. He went out and made a movie. That's amazing. Look at this Chica and tell me it's not amazing.
That Chica is amazing.
There's even a sequel to this. We're living among gods!
Jeremy! Who are you?
Okay, here it is, our last movie. I really have been wanting to talk about this movie, and I was almost going to give it its own second channel video, but this seems to fit more. Night 5 is a movie made by the people at XBlue. They created an entire recreation of the FNAF 1 building for a challenge video, where they got a bunch of random people to participate in a real version of FNAF 1. God, I wish that were me. Oh, not the challenge. I meant that again. Since they already had the set, they decided to make their own FNAF movie because the chuckle fucks at Blumhouse were taking too long. We can do better. Oh, no. I don't want to go over that much because you should watch it yourself. It really is impressive what they pulled off. It follows Michael Afton, played by this guy who just comes off as a shitty dollar store version of Mr. Beast in the challenge video. But here, I really like his acting. Like, yeah, it's not Oscar-winning acting because that goes to William Afton actor.
Evening, Michael.
I love how he's just saying his big evil plan. This is like that one scene where Charles Butts is intimidating fucking Carl and Up.
I've already tried killing you once. Now get the fuck out of here before I try doing it again.
Big props for accidentally finding a guy who looks exactly like Matthew Lillard before the movie's casting was even revealed. This does a great job at adapting a lot of early FNAF things, like Phone Guy is an actual character and kind of the main reason Michael is even there. And I really like whenever Phone Guy has anything to do with anything. Phone Guy is my petit chauffeur. The biggest problem is definitely the animatronics. Not only are the costumes not the best and probably made quickly, which I can't really blame them for, but they decided to like graft these bolts and endo parts onto the suits, like PNGs that like got tracked to the slits in the suits, and it looks awful. In their own commentary, they even think it looks awful, but I honestly think a better solution would be completely blacking out the joints or just fuck it, don't do anything. I'm sorry, it looks so bad that I think it would be better just not to have anything. The movie also has a lot of frame rate issues, but this is because apparently the entire film was corrupted and they could only partially save it, which really sucks. They tried hiding this with a film grain effect, I think, and it just doesn't work. And the number one worst cinema sin with this movie, I really want to see fake Matthew Lillard be Springboat.
Now get the fuck out of here.
And that's how far I am willing to go with this. And as I'm writing this, the FNAF movie isn't out. And hopefully when this video is out, it still isn't, because this is a Halloween video and I want it to be out on time. I think the movie will probably live up to the hype, at least for me and Lewis Dawkins. But the question is, will the FNAF movie be better than all of these alternatives? Well, yes. Yeah, of course it will. But if Pooka 2 is in the running, then not a fucking chance!
Nope, that's not Strawberry.
Who else was uncomfortable during the Toy Bonnie and El Chip makeout sesh? After 8 years, the FNAF movie came out, and it was way closer to Willy's Wonderland than I wanted. Look at the critics' scores, dude. What the fuck are the critics doing? Did they not realize every animatronic movie doesn't have Nicolas Cage? I'm mostly making this video out of necessity. I did the trailer thing with the rats, and I talked about the movies that were made basically just because this one took so long. I probably won't give the most detailed review or the most original opinions, but there's some interesting things mentioned. So yeah, spoiler alert, by the way, Balloon Boy jump scares you 3 times. We were freaking the fuck out. It was just too much. It's a miracle the movie even released. Again, it's been like 8 years in development hell, and I'm sorry. I liked what we got, but if this was the good script, then I don't want to see what Plushie's Take Manhattan was.
Dear God, thank you for the food we are about to receive and our friends and family. Amen.
The movie just doesn't feel like it took that many drafts and rewrites, and it actually did. You know what I mean? But it's Scott's vision. He wanted the Freddie and Bonnie table shot. Blame him. The movie follows Mike Schmidt.
Sorry?
Unlike the games where it's heavily implied Mike Schmidt is also the son of Afton himself, Michael Afton.
It's me, Michael. I did it.
Here he's this kind of guy who really likes sleeping with the power of drug addiction.
This is like a reference to FNAF 4, right?
He takes these so he can try to remember what the man that kidnapped his brother looks like. And there's so many of these scenes. I think there's too much. And there's stupid stuff like, oh yeah, man, come on. Yeah, that really scared me. I fell on the floor and nobody found me for weeks. But honestly, these aren't that bad. Mostly just because the kid acting as Golden Freddy Spirit is actually an amazing actor, especially for a little kid. All I'm saying is that I never cringed at this kid's lines, but Matthew Lillard wasn't so lucky.
I always come.
And then all the other kids are like,
Follow me.
all of the acting in this movie is fine. There's just some spots in the script where I really don't know how any actor would make it sound good. Mike is played by Josh Hutcherson, who I really only know as the kid from Polar Express and Zathura. Do you remember Zathura? That movie is in like top 10 movies of all time for me. It's better than this movie. I'm sorry.
Well, what does it do? Anything I want. Give me a juice box, biatch.
Is this scary? Vanessa was fine. She's still really confusing though. Like, she works in this movie's context, like if you don't know anything about the games, but also many aspects of this movie kind of rely on you having to know about the games.
Freddy? Not Freddy.
What the fuck do you mean that's not Freddy? I liked all the random, like, not main character performances, like the stupid gang breaking into the pizzeria. Max and Jeff are fun characters. He looks like Breaking Bad Todd.
Hank, what kind of pizza do you like?
Carl is there, and Hank, my dear Uncle Hank.
As if the suffering wasn't enough.
Whatever you do not be related to William Afton.
For some reason, people thought Uncle Hank was going to be this movie's version of Henry Emily. I don't really know why. The only connection I can think of is that he's against the Fazbear Initiative, and he kind of looks like Henry from that one shitty character encyclopedia. Guys, you know they would get like Jack Black to play Emily or some shit, not Christian Stokes via cameo.
Cover yourself in pizza.
I still love Uncle Hank, and he has like maybe 4 lines, and half of them are screaming. The trailer basically showed all of these characters dying, and people still thought they would be important.
Hey, connection terminated. It's me. I'm actually the real Uncle Hank. But no! Goodbye, Mr. Adams.
I always come back!
See you later, alligator.
But honestly, my favorite performance is probably Doug. They canceled FNAF Plus. This scene caught me off guard because bam, Sparky reference, bam, nope, that's not a penis, that's my dessert.
Thanks, Matt.
We were so overwhelmed by grief that we didn't even catch him saying this shit. That's just a theory. You fucking whippersnapper. Why did I write that?
Welcome to Sparky's. Can I set you folks up with some appetizers?
We are not eating.
Fuck you! I didn't expect this, mostly because Matt Pat just fucking lied. Like, during live streams, he acted really sad that he wasn't invited, and honestly, that's funny as fuck. He should just lie to his fans more. Scott Cawthon named him Ness. You snarky son of a bitch. Matt Pat should have stuck with the best boobs in gaming. He's way in over his head. There's some other YouTuber cameos, which are alright. Daco and a bunch of other YouTubers are on the SpongeBob Employee of the Month wall, and I love it so much. Especially when it's smashed with a baseball bat. Look out, Daco!
I will give you the remnant to live forever if you help me.
Corey X. Kenshin has his own role as the cab driver, and I honestly wasn't really familiar with him until I watched some of his videos, and it was this.
If you don't have a Whopper, I'll take a Baconator instead.
Oh, you think you at Wendy's, huh? His reaction is a little too, like, YouTuber reaction for my taste. Like, he might as well be reading off an ad for fucking Air Up. Everyone can tell he's out of place. But honestly, I like his inclusion because he was a longtime fan. Like, he met Scott before. It's obvious why he's in this, but yes, I would rather have Smike. Jacksepticeye isn't in the movie. In fact, he said he didn't like it. You can have your opinions. I don't really care. Like, a lot of people didn't like it. weren't you in Free Guy?
He looks like an NPC, but he's running around leveling up crazy fast by being the freaking good guy. Who the hell even knows who this blue shirt guy is? But I'll tell you this. He's got me thinking about NPCs and how I play the game.
Markiplier was going to be involved, but he couldn't due to being too busy not playing my friend's game FNAF Plus. And also, he's making his own movie based on Iron Lung, that one game that I think exists. Probably the right call to focus on your own movie rather than show up in a funny bear movie for like 2 minutes. Markiplier would have played the night guard at the beginning of the movie that got killed, and honestly, it's probably for the best. I wouldn't take anything in this movie seriously if it started with that shit. The guy they did get actually does an amazing job at being a scared little guy, and I love the little noises he makes. This movie would go way harder if this was AJ Pinkerton. Just think of it. Think of it. A lot of people were mad the movie wasn't rated R, and honestly, what the hell did you expect? What you wanted? Bloody, drug, sex, McKill the game? I heard a baby crying in the theater. Nobody gives a shit.
It's not just their ghosts that are inside of those machines. It's their bodies.
Mash it?
No. There's not a lot of gore in the games unless you want to count this Super Mario Bros. .exe bullshit. So the amount of gore we got was fine. Max's kill kind of looks stupid and made me forget I was watching a movie that was anticipated for 8 years. But they show the gang's bodies like shoved into suits later on. And hey, it's got gore. It's a little bit disturbing if you're scared by these videos.
But there's also one on the Nexus that makes both Chica and Roxy, quote, bigger in certain areas, as the mod author describes it. I don't know if I'll be talking about Chica until I get a girlfriend, honestly, at this point. Oh well, either way, at least I have Chica until I don't need her anymore, which is proving to take longer than I had hoped. To not only be chased by one, but multiple women is actually the dream.
My man Hank was shoved into Sparky the dog. I'm gonna be sick. We were so surprised seeing this thing become real. From fake rumor to this, it's amazing. The fucker was always there in that back room. Now where's this asshole? Shadow Freddy is just a spare suit, which is funny because that's exactly how it's portrayed in Night 5, which is some fan film that I will continue to reference. People also complained about how friendly the animatronics are throughout most of the film and the famous fort scene, but honestly, I think it's the right idea. These animatronics are just kids, and also they just kind of need to build back up that friendliness the characters should have. It makes it more surprising whenever they're like killing people with guns or whatever the fuck they do. My biggest problem with the movie is probably all of the stuff outside the pizzeria. The mall stuff was actually really cool. I wish there was more of Jeremiah picking up that tiny ass book with his big ass hand. But all of the Aunt Jane stuff, I just don't really care that much. I'm kind of fine with it now, but it felt like that dragged on a little too long. Same with the Garrett flashback stuff, like I said. The movie honestly needed better time management or just a longer runtime. Like, what happened to all the flashbacks with, like, Fixed Foxy? Dude, Willy's Wonderland had a flashback. You fucked up. A lot more time could have went to stuff that really needed elaboration. I get it. It's Scott Cawthon. His own kids don't know when they were born. But come on, a lot of this stuff is kind of hard to get, especially for general audiences. That's why the critics' score is like that. They couldn't wrap their heads around Golden Freddy.
You really think someone would do that? Just go on the internet and tell lies?
This is kind of starting a new conversation, but it's a good example. In this movie, Vanessa is William's daughter, which is someone who's talked about Vanny for like 20 minutes like a fucking weirdo. It's just really strange. But in this canon, it makes sense. It's its own canon. She didn't really have to speak like specifically Vanessa, but sure, Scott loves reusing the same 5 names. But during the reveal, they don't want to show that it's the same guy who hired Mike, so she shows him this picture.
He's my father.
That's your father? The fucking robot bunny?
I will shoot you.
White people.
Like, if I didn't know shit and I wasn't someone who's talked about the FNAF musical like 3 times, I would be extremely confused by half the shit in this movie. Like, what the hell are spring locks? They're briefly touched on by Vanessa as old technology that used to be used in the suits, but The explanation about them being both mascot suits and animatronics is never stated, so it kind of just looks like a torture device for no reason. And also, our example of a spring-lock suit doesn't really make sense. It's like some fucking thing from the books named Ella, and the spring locks just go off by movement. You're supposed to be like fucking dancing and hugging people in these things. Why is it just a bear trap? It should malfunction via cause that usually would not happen, like the suit coming in contact with water. Also, the Ella suit is like the size of a small girl. No performer could get in this suit. Why do you have this thing, Afton? Well, it's probably because he's a serial killer.
First I killed your brother.
Why does Mike just not react whenever it's the same guy who hired him? This is new information. Is he stupid? I like Matthew's performance. Matthew. No, I really do, but some parts of the script were iffy, and he ultimately feels underutilized, but the battle against him is the best scene in the movie, so yeah, you did good, Lillard. I always liked this guy, and his performance as Afton is honestly great. One of the most unjust moments in cinema is when they replaced Matthew and Scoob with the fucking Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs guy. Fuck off. Matthew is Shaggy, and he's still a big celebrity. This has nothing to do with FNAF. I don't care.
What the fuck? Damn it! Holy shit!
I have problems, but I couldn't see anyone else in the role. Well, actually, maybe the Night 5
Now get the fuck out of here.
His introduction as Steve Raglan is great, and I can't tell if it's a better showing of his character than the actual ending. It's a shame the reveal wasn't at all a big surprise, since every time Daco saw this guy, he would just immediately say,
William Afton!
I will take anything.
William Afton!
Although it is funny to hear the name William Afton in a major motion picture. Chico wasn't funny. Now Afton, that's fucking hilarious. The scene of him just walking in is cool as fuck, and even though it's silly as hell, I still really like him, like fucking Wario shoulder bashing Mike and kicking him. The voice Matthew does actually fits, but it's kind of hard to not be used to the stupid British voice that's been around forever.
Hello, everybody. It is me, yes.
I can't say I'm a big fan of the weird filter on his voice, though, but whenever he takes the mask off and he sounds like Tigger, I'm all for that.
You are wretched, rotten little beast! I made you!
For some reason, Cupcake initiates the spring locks. People are defending this line with their life. This is the hill you want to die on, because it's not even a hill, it's a pothole in the road. I get it's kind of his catchphrase, but in this context it just doesn't make sense. He hasn't come back before. This is his first time dying. He can't always come back if this is his first time leaving. It's almost like he realized he should say his catchphrase before he died and quickly coughed that out and fucked off.
I always come back.
That sounded a lot better in my head.
Smell of the undead. My fave.
Something like "I'll come back" would have worked fine. Afton saying this line is especially weird because I'm pretty sure the original in Pizzeria Simulator is a fucking Chucky reference.
I'll be back. I always come back.
The last line your main villain says shouldn't be from something else. It's an adaptation. Adapt the line in a way that makes sense. You know what would have been cool? Maybe not as his final line, but I really wanted to see him say something he said in the Silver Eyes novel. And what makes you think they won't kill you? Because I am one of them. That goes hard as shit. I just wanted to see that. But instead we got...
You know what the best part about killing somebody is?
Overall, the movie was pretty good for at least FNAF fans, and I think it deserves its success. It's just kind of cool to see this small indie game win this much and become more recognizable than the thing it was based on. Fuck you, Pasquale. If I didn't mention a lot of specific important stuff, it's because I probably liked them. Like, Abby's acting is good, the animatronics are absolutely amazing, and I really enjoy seeing the return of practical effects, especially to this scale. Foxy is a full-on animatronic, and holy shit, it looks like you could knock him over really easily. The Living Tombstone song playing at the end is probably one of my favorite things that ever happened. That was amazing hearing that. I thought the movie was good, but my taste is kind of horrible, and I can't wait for the sequel. It's her time, bitches.
Hey guys! Have you seen my cupcake anywhere?
The voice of an angel.
God damn it.
God damn it, fuck!
Dear David was an internet story created in 2017 by artist Adam Ellis, and it took the world by storm. Took a small country by storm. It was a very unconventional way to tell a story. Adam would basically play a fictionalized version of himself in the posts and kind of just played it off as it was like a real thing. for like way too long.
But if you ask him 3 questions, he won't answer you, but instead, he will kill you.
I respect Adam Ellis in a lot of ways, but his era of working at BuzzFeed is like, come on, man. It doesn't take a super baby genius to figure out that the guy on Twitter talking about little dead boys haunting him is fake.
Fuck.
The story was very popular and got a lot of discussion around it, like YouTube videos that either explain the events of the story or act all scared and shit like it was real.
If you PogChamp hard enough, your face gets stuck like that.
I say, "Dear David, what happened in the store?" He groans.
What? The story in the Twitter thread follows Adam just being scared about this little boy haunting him, David, or as he's named randomly in a dream, Dear David. Dear David isn't a fucking name. I get why the story is called Dear David, but the character shouldn't be named Dear David. He worked at BuzzFeed. Can you blame him? A lot of tweets are just like oddities, like nightmares he had or cats meowing at nothing. But then it just gets completely insane. Like he takes a picture of a door and it's just like completely black. He sees David as like a little real doll thing. He's just like there. He's just real. And then when Adam takes a picture with Instagram, David, Dear David hacks it or something and glitches it. So he has like a fucking ghoul face now. What the fuck? I honestly think the beginning of this story was real. The nightmare part. It was complete nonsense and it's believable as like just a night terror. It's either mostly fabricated or the movie we're about to talk about is based on the ramblings of a madman. I'm convinced the story is mostly fiction because 1, what the fuck? And 2, the way Adam talks about the story being real is very specific. I've never been interested in convincing anyone that ghosts are real. I just want to tell my story. If it was all fiction, I probably would have updated more than once every couple weeks. If it was all fiction, at least a little sliver is real. What if I was wrong and this is the only real part? So the story got a little fanfare. What's next? A big Hollywood movie? A big BuzzFeed movie?
My name is Phyllis Craney. I'm an internet sleuth.
I'm an internet sleuth? That's my This guy just hired an internet sleuth.
English teacher turned fucking Mario expert.
I remember a conversation I had with my dear friend Seaboat, who you will continue to see in our initial reaction to the movie. I don't know why, but we were talking about Dear David. Probably because it's the funniest thing ever made. And then one of us remembered something about there being a movie announcement. Now, this was about 2020, and the movie began development in 2018. This movie has been in development hell for a while. Now, who in the hell would give a shit about Dear David, a scary Twitter thread in the year 2023? This would be like making a movie about, I don't know, the Sun Vanished account or the Gregory Twitter account or fucking Daisy Brown videos. I don't know, actually that would be pretty good. To me, it's apparent this story only got a movie because it's technically owned by BuzzFeed. The story was made by a BuzzFeed employee at the time, and they signed a deal with them so they could make this movie all the way back in 2018. This is probably just an opportunity to expand BuzzFeed to an actual media company. Like, they're still trying to attempt this, like with the news that the BuzzFeed series Chicken Nugget is gonna get an actual TV series.
Get out of here with your corporate slop!
Fuck off. Whoever decided Chicken Nugget should be spelt like that. And Planet Dolan should have gotten a show, not you. I'm serious.
Dead. Fucking serious.
It's honestly a miracle this even came out and just wasn't canceled, because like, who has hope for this project? It represents a bygone era of the internet and not even one people are fond of. Yes, let's go back to 2017. Fidget spinner year. But hey, as long as it turns out to be like a good movie, the source material shouldn't matter, right? Yeah, sure, but I don't think anyone is watching this. People are just gawking at it from afar like it's a car crash. In fact, I'm convinced Adam Ellis, the man who created the original story, did not want this movie, at least anymore. He seemed excited at first doing interviews, but after all this time has passed, he just hasn't said anything about it, and he continued with other projects. Despite being literally the main character, having his art featured in the movie, he hasn't said a word about it and hasn't promoted it. That's insane. It seems he probably regrets signing off on it, and I have exclusive evidence. This is a Dear David fucking exclusive. On Friday the 13th of October, a very spooky fucking day, I tweeted out the following. The Dear David movie released today, and I haven't seen the guy who made the original story say anything about it. I don't think anyone wanted this movie. Very shortly after that, Adam Ellis liked this tweet of mine. To me, this is a very silent confirmation that he does not give a fuck about David. We got a deadbeat dad over here. If you won't promote your child, I will. Go watch this fucking movie.
Oh my god.
First movie to be filmed in a rooms to go.
Dream of hot men, not dead boys.
What was it? Dream of hot men, not dead boys?
Yeah. Me talking to Linkara.
Although Adam does have a writing credit, but that might just be because he made the original story, so take it with a grain of salt. But personally, I think he did not like the final product. The movie got like one trailer, dude. They dumped this shit to buy on Amazon and like YouTube. Nobody picked it up for streaming. I don't see any upcoming DVD releases that I would definitely buy. Nothing. Another movie called Dear David that was like a rom-com or some shit released. You know, I theorized this was a planned attack on the David fan base. This movie could have been a really good tax write-off, but I'm so glad it's not. This movie is truly something magical, and we need to talk about it. The movie immediately opens with based on a true story. Alright, so it follows Adam Ellis, just the real guy's full actual name, and the movie honestly makes him look like a nutcase. He's also just like kind of an asshole. I mean, he's likable, but also he's pathetic.
Did David show up?
I don't know. I'm not paying attention. Is he calling 911? Who's going Kyle? Who the fuck is Kyle? Oh my god, going on Twitter immediately.
The entire movie, he's just wearing his stupid orange hoodie and he's so pissed off and hungover all the time. It feels like the actor is annoyed to be in the movie. But during the horror scenes, he's acting pretty well. At least to me, he seems like a convincing actor. But then there's the romance scenes with his boyfriend.
Also, he looks... This actor is so old.
I know.
He looks like Petro Pascal.
He should be dead.
That looks like... His boyfriend looks like Doorman. Right, I get it. Look at the screen.
Oh my god.
3 Latina... What does he say? 3 triple Latina gat. What does he... Fuck does he say?
He doesn't
say gat.
I have 2 big booty Latina in my hotel room.
And I have not 1, not 2, but 3 big booty Latinas waiting for me when I get home.
There's like this stupid shitty music playing in the sea and both of them look like they don't want to be there.
Dream of hot men, not dead boys.
Shopping aisle fell on David's
You know
head.
what this is? This is Kirby Buckets, the movie.
Talking about until I see this shit online, like one of your.
You just said, I'm only saying that because you just said the line where he's like, "I'm in my cartoon speak for me."
Space.
And I'm just thinking about Kirby. Talk about the Kirby Buckets and show.
I'm looking it up.
It's kind of just a shame half the movie is Adam doing this shit. As a wise man once said,
sometimes you gotta troll the trolls.
This scene is still fucking hilarious, but it's even funnier than the trailer version. The trailer makes it look like he's reacting to this comment when he's reacting to this homophobic one, so his reaction is more justified, but for some reason, David still goes after Adam. There's like no reason why. The only one I can think of is that Adam is like in the same area as David, but still, what the fuck, David? Go after the guy who instigated the die to fire shit.
That looks bad. That's freaking... You're gay.
Are you gay?
I was waiting for that.
Is it maybe because you're a gay?
Enjoying Bud for Your Cut super lame. Yes, you're gonna go fuck you. Oh, fuck, I love orange.
Yes! I love that.
What the fuck is going on with his head in the shot? Is this foreshadowing the David's dented head? I can't fucking tell. Is this masterful filmmaking? This movie has a lot of like internet shit, like a fucking lot of scenes of just Adam standing around in the city looking at his stupid phone. It's like, I feel like they just filmed the actor on his fucking brain. He's either on some fake generic website that doesn't exist, or he's on BuzzFeed. I wonder why.
This movie is just sucking off BuzzFeed.
Were you filming that?
That was trend-worthy.
The funniest thing about this movie is probably just all the BuzzFeed shit. Like, the advertising is beyond parody. Like, at some point, this guy, played by Justin Long, says this shit.
We're family here at BuzzFeed, all right? We look out for each other.
Here at BuzzFeed, we look out for each other. This is Dear David. He's got my back. It's even funnier because it's not really advertising modern BuzzFeed, but like old BuzzFeed. I was surprised this movie took place in 2017 because like I really wanted a horrible scene of Adam looking at chicken nugget videos on his phone or some shit, seeing something spooky in them. One of the best scenes is when David starts making Adam see illusions of stuff that isn't actually there, and while at BuzzFeed, one of his coworkers sends him an article they're working on, and it's this.
Tempting reasons to kill yourself at work.
Oh, what? That's the funniest thing ever.
Do you not want to do it? Do I want to? No, I don't want to do it. Why would you even send me that?
Wait, what's happening?
I just thought you could do it as a favor. As a fucking psycho? Is that the problem? No. Are you fucking sick?
Fucking sick? I was like, you had a gun. I don't know why.
You just sent me the most fucked up thing I've ever seen. I couldn't.
This is what it's like working at BuzzFeed. Yeah. I can't tell if they're making BuzzFeed look good or awful.
I genuinely can't tell if this movie is supposed to be taken seriously or not, and that's like the funniest thing about it. Sick? Why is it like edited pictures of Adam? It looks like the fucking evil stick edit. One really strange aspect of this movie is that Adam is constantly treated like he's crazy and that the story is fake. There's even a scene in BuzzFeed where the boss guy thinks it's all a fake story for publicity, and Adam starts to feel bad for taking advantage of the story. But like, in real life, it is fake. So it's just kind of weird to have this be a plot point in the movie. Again, it doesn't make Adam look good. He looks fucking insane.
Yeah, film it! Fucking film it! Is that good content?
Hi everyone, I'm Augustus Pruitt and I play Adam Ellis in Dear David.
I seem to be trapped inside.
And to think you created my David.
I just wanna feel happy.
He's gonna watch David's head fall off.
Dude, I'm so happy that there's maybe a little bit of grocery store on it.
My son, Dear David, haven't you?
You've seen my son, Dear David? Is his name Dear David? His name is Dear David? Like, that's his, like...
That's like saying, like, have you seen Sans Undertale? What the fuck, lady?
You've seen my son, David, haven't you?
They changed the David lore quite a bit, and I just want to go over what David is from the start. What is this, a fucking leak from Young Sheldon Season 7? Who is this? Shout out to this actor. I don't think he did a good performance, but also... this is kind of his legacy now, and he put in the right amount of effort needed for Dear David. You know, which wasn't that much. He just stares at a computer. In this version of the story, his head is not dented in by a mysterious grocery store shelf, which makes me really sad. I really wanted to see that. It was a great plot point based on true events. He lives in a store, but other than that, there's whole new additions to the David lore. They tried to tie David's origin back to the internet, making him like an internet ghost, kind of. Like unfriended, I guess, or he's possessed by a demon, I think. Like later on, they refer to him as a demon or possessed by the devil. I don't know what. I don't think anyone knows what he is.
What are you looking up? What is this movie? What's happening? He's looking up gay Slender Man yourself.
I've told you to go to bed 3 times, and I find you looking at this. What's wrong with you?
Insert the Chris Chan clip where you go, I'm gonna chop down the internet, take it off.
This kid was exactly like me, but replaced Slender Man gay porn with Zack Scott PVZ2 Let's Play. No, seriously, what the fuck is this scene trying to convey? I would be upset too if I saw my son gawking at some creepypasta gay porn. The best part is, this is where his iconic caved-in head comes from. For no fucking reason, he kills his dad over him telling him to get off the internet.
I'm gonna unplug it if you get a smart mouth on it.
Is he possessed by the devil? That's the only way I can think this little fucking kid could overpower this grown man. What is the devil doing? Why is he possessing young boys and looking up gay porn?
What the fuck?
After this, the mom comes in and bashes his weak-ass head in, and for the next 20 years, it's stated that David is in a coma. Not dead, but in a coma. Like a minute after this information is given to us, we are then told he recently died. So just fucking have this kill him. Why the dad thing anyway? Somehow the shelf makes more sense. Why not have like a dad thing? That's kind of what I thought was gonna happen because someone literally says that to David.
Oh my god!
Then there's this absolutely pointless artist shit tacked on.
You were an artist too.
This means literally nothing. I don't care that Dear David drew little pictures on PictoChat. Why is this important? And now we're in modern time, the far future of 2017.
Angela. Oh! These your eyes? Yo, what? Wait, what happened? Her eyes are red. Her eyes are...
When people were getting hit by cars, trying to catch Raichu, and throwing tantrums over Fortnite. Holy shit, this movie is fucking time displaced. There's a scene where some guy in like EvanTube are bullying the David account, because I guess that's what David does, just hanging around waiting to kill people who are slightly mean. He doesn't even kill you for that. He kills you if you ask him 3 questions, which is some stupid bend round bullshit that's never explained. It's from the original thread and most likely something Adam actually dreamed. I think this because it makes no sense. When he's finally haunting Adam, there's this underlying self-harm theme, like David tries to make it deliberately look like his victims just like themselves. What? That's an okay gimmick, but what the fuck is this? That's just shoving your hand down his throat. That doesn't count. David's manipulation is all fine. Until the movie just kind of starts doing this.
Oh no, this is a whale!
No!
The cam is live. The whale.
Did we just... No, fuck you. Why are we not bursting out laughing? We need to Dude, David just hacked his fucking computer while he's watching porn or live streams. Why is he fully dressed? Like... Why is this guy always dressed?
He has like a colored up shirt.
Watch gay porn.
He has a bow tie on.
Fucking walking here can be all full my pants are getting undone. But someone's calling me. I'm live streaming right now.
Like father, like son. The ghost started live streaming Adam jerking off to gay porn. There's nothing I can add or say. Showing you this information is the best advertisement for this movie ever made. And it's not just this scene. Earlier in the movie, Adam visits Darman, and David, like, downloads Grindr on Adam's phone.
Look, I'm not on Grindr. I deleted it when we started dating. I didn't put that on there. I don't know how that got there. I promise you I deleted it.
What the fuck is this ghost? The story of the gay porn cuckold ghost. People will be telling this campfire story for ages. Did David have to personally type all of this shit out? Later, he just starts sending messages and phone calls with Adam's voice to make it sound like he's an asshole.
You're a judgmental asshole, Kyle. I'm fucking sick of it. Go fuck yourself, Kyle.
Shut up,
Kyle.
I'll kill you.
All of this shit is before he said the 3rd question, by the way. I don't know why David is already trying to kill him.
I have a new list. Top 10 reasons Adam Ellis is a dick.
This isn't a fucking real movie.
I hope you die in a fire.
The climax. Alright, so Adam just got fired from BuzzFeed. Oh no, sorry. He got put on paid leave because BuzzFeed would never fire someone, especially if they did this shit. So Adam is pissed off and not in the best mental state. He starts making these shitty comics with the Dear David drawing, and he's saying he's in control and shit.
He's actually just
It's always this traced image of David. There's never a new one. This is when Adam fucks up.
David, what the fuck did you do? That was 3 questions.
Why is he like bargaining with David over this shitty copy and paste comic? Also, I feel like he's definitely asked more than 3 questions at this point, but whatever. As we know from the EvanTube scene, asking 3rd questions means you dead as fuck. So, how does David try to kill Adam? In the most batshit insane way I've ever seen.
What the fuck? This has nothing to do with Dear David.
A guy wearing a fucking Adam Ellis mask walks out and starts controlling him with a PS4 controller, and he makes him set his house on fire. This is set up with him playing a game for like 2 seconds earlier, but still, it comes out of nowhere. Like, what the fuck? I don't even need to tell you, none of this was in the original story. Of course it's fucking not. But it's honestly kind of amazing. The only scene I can think of that's like in anything else that's similar to this is that like one video game scene in a Nightmare on Elm Street movie But that's like full on
Power
cam.
glove.
Here it's actually taken seriously with the Adam actor like desperately trying to make this scene look scary and horrifying, but he's moving like it's Skyrim NPC. The next part of the climax needs a little more context. Remember when I said David was in a coma for 20 years and just recently died? Well, yeah, this is why that's brought up. Earlier in the movie, Adam just breaks into a morgue because the movie gave up and he sees David's body is missing. Also, there's like a hanging woman, but who cares about that? What happened to David's body? Oh, that's what happened to David's body. I seriously don't know what the fuck he's supposed to be anymore. His death in the coma seems to activate his spirit after all these years, even though earlier it said he woke up and then just died after, I guess. I don't know. But then he's just here in Adam's apartment to kill him, even though as a ghost, he's obviously pretty effective as killing. In this state, he's just kind of a guy with a dented head. It's so weird to have adult David being undead or whatever be a plot point when the original was just about a dead ghost boy. But
yeah, I'm Lucian. I'm such a bad boy, such a bad
now David is like 32 or some shit. What the fuck? All of his family is dead. Who was paying to keep him alive for 20 fucking years? Why did they unplug his life support? So Adam just dents his head even more with a Wi-Fi router because irony, and he's able to escape, but not before we see David disappear like a fucking Christmas ghost. I'm too tired to even... Is any of this real? Was David even real at the end? What the fuck?
Is that... So that's real?
I guess.
No, we faded. Apparently not.
We weren't paying attention to this during the reaction, but Adam, like, looks at his reflection and it's David. So I don't know if that means he is David now, based on a true story.
I just found this baby wrapped up outside my door.
So that was potentially the best movie ever made, probably ever. It's just a baffling movie. Like, everything about it, from it being an adaptation of a story that only really works as a Twitter thread, to all of the actual weird plot points, especially the ones that weren't even in the original story. All of this added shit is just too funny. It was just a scary story, but now it's like trying to say something about cyberbullying, but I'm not even sure what it's trying to say. Like, David was cyberbullied, but it wasn't what killed him. He got killed because he decided to kill his dad for no reason. David's mom was also bullied on the internet because they somehow got footage of her in an insane asylum that's filmed at multiple angles for some reason. And they called her, like, Loopy Linda and shit. Dude, this is the internet. They would have called her f***ing Linda, f***ing piece of Loopin' Louie! And there's all the famous scenes where Adam fights the Twitter trolls, which, like, I guess David is kind of a personification of the hate he feels towards himself and the trolls, I guess. I think that's what the movie is trying to do. At some point, he has to, like, face a character I like to call Dark Adam, and he says he's worthless and shit. David, you don't need to tell him he's worthless if the plan is to set his house on fire. Either way, it looks like a side. David, go home. I'm not saying this movie is completely shit, though, because I would actually highly recommend it. It's fucking hilarious. Probably wait for it to go to streaming or something, though. I wish this shit got widely released in theaters. It was like a Dear David popcorn bucket. All of the acting is usually good and taken seriously, except
I have a new list. Top 10 reasons Adam Ellis is...
They knew what kind of movie they were in. It's mostly just the situations in this movie that makes it the funniest shit ever, and Adam's actor taking it all seriously honestly just makes it funnier. He's not bad. He can really just scrunch his face and look like he's been awake for 4 days. He's good at it. He's so fucking sweaty and gross, dude. He's like drinking soda, eating candy, staying up past his bedtime. He's so fucked. There's also some nice ideas, like all of the sleep paralysis stuff is done alright, and it really feels helpless with that stupid rocking chair. I like the scene where smoke bellows out of the door in the shape of David. This is a behind the scenes inside look into the director doing a sick vape trick behind the door. Secondhand smoking is the real killer. The film fails at being a horror movie, but being a comedy that's time displaced in 2017, yeah, it's amazing as that. This Dear David hype train will never end, and I will make sure of it. All the Dear David fans stand up, start making a ruckus, go into grocery stores and start throwing shelves on each other's heads. We can be dented just like him. And if you're a Dear David hater, I have just one word for you.
It's Halloween, the spookiest time of the year. It's time to watch movies, eat candy, and shit your pants while reading about a haunted Toy Story game.
I know that you're not Woody. You're using Woody's body as a puppet, a plaything.
But what if we could combine all of these things into one?
I want to play basketball off the rim and football and all things athletes.
Oh, Mr. Got the one with the razor blade.
Creepypastas are usually short horror-related fictional stories. If this isn't your first time on the internet, I know it's mine. You definitely are already familiar with creepypastas. While not as popular nowadays, creepypasta characters and stories are still iconic. Jeff the Killer, Slender Man, Tiki Toby, Eyelash Jack, Ben Drowned, Kazooie.exe, Billy the Sex Offender, and goddamn Pinkie Pie.
Oh my god, you don't watch My Little Pony? What the fuck's wrong with you? Shut the fuck up.
I need you to understand how insane the fandom around creepypastas were. I know now there's like retrospectives and Friday Night Funk and shit that I don't care about, but back in the early 2010s, people were losing their fucking minds over this shit. Making fan art of all of these serial killers and terrifying monsters, sucking and fucking Halloween costumes, fan characters. Look at this goddamn image. Kids were believing this shit was real. Parents were outraged and people died. This isn't like a joke. People actually got fucking killed over this shit. With so much untamed enthusiasm and mostly mental illness, the boys in the business suits saw an untapped market. What if we turned these short, shitty stories into long, shitty movies?
Here comes the money.
Boy, I sure do hope they made a movie about me.
Hey, buddy, can you, like, watch my movie?
Released in 2018, it's the official Slender Man movie. They capitalized a little late. Slender Man originated from a 2009 Something Awful Photoshop contest by user Eric Knudsen. He edited a scary looking figure into a bunch of images and said, ooh, he kidnaps kids. Ooh, big whoop, so do I. This image is really funny to me. Why is this kid so pissed off? It looks like he watched the Slender Man movie.
It's a piece of fucking shit!
This guy is interesting because there's not really any concrete story you can refer to like Jeff the Killer has. He's just kind of an urban legend with no real backstory. The closest he has is his relation with kids is more Jared Fogle than Mr. Rogers. His tentacles, which I don't know really where those came from, I have no idea. There's Marble Hornets, which is a web series that uses the character, but instead he's called the Operator, which now that I think about it, that's a way more menacing name than fucking Slender Man. That's like being afraid of skinny guy. There's the games, which introduces pages. I don't know what they really do or why they're important, but they're there. Slender Man started stapling his stupid shitty drawings to a bunch of trees and nobody knows why. My point is, Slender Man doesn't really have any story just to turn into a movie. I mean, yeah, Marble Hornets, whatever, but basically you just have a character that hangs out in the forest and makes YouTubers scream their lungs out. So Sony executives had to get to work and make the most appealing story possible. But the audience is ants in this scenario, and this movie appeals to ants. That's my joke. This movie feels like if you grabbed every shitty horror movie and then sit Sony in a room and then told them to do worse. You know that thing where someone uploaded all the Slender Man scenes in a fucking Slender Man movie and it's only 3 minutes long? It's even worse because it includes basically every scene related to Slender Man. It still has some filler. If you generally only made a compilation of shots where Slender Man is like tangibly there, it'd be like a minute. He does not feel like the main villain in his own movie. Instead, he's like a background secondary villain, and the main villain is mental illness and shitty haircuts. I think they were trying to go for like a Babadook thing where the monster barely shows up because it's all more about an evil taking over a mother and a son. You never really know if the Babadook was even real, but here's the thing. That's an original monster. That can be what it does. The Slender Man is an adaptation where they don't adapt the monster, they just put them on the poster and call it Slender Man. Slender Man fans are gonna want to see Slender Man in the Slender Man movie. I'm not saying it to like cut to him every 4 seconds and he's having like a Disney villain song about how evil he is. Just have more Slender shit. Yeah, sure, he's in the woods taking kids, but these are like teenagers. They don't count. I want to see him take away some real kids, like some Pennywise shit. Give me that. He's trying to take one of the main girl's sisters at the end, but that doesn't really lead anywhere and she's just screaming in a hospital.
He had no face. He had no face. He had no face.
Man, some people are just not educated on these topics today.
Oh, hi, I didn't see you there. Did you know that people born without eyes, lips, ears, and noses are called Slender Men?
I really wish this movie was the funny type of bad, but it's just not. Here's my reaction to the only 3 standout funny moments in this movie.
Twitter poll. If you
walking down the hallway. Twitter poll.
What's gonna happen?
What? What? They never explained the pregnant thing, by the way. It has nothing to do with what Slender actually does to her. And last time I checked, his motive is not to impregnate people with Slender babies. This is not a thing he does. The movie is just really boring and kind of almost completely incomprehensible. Like, it's just full of these horribly lit scenes. Like, you can't even call this lighting if there's no lighting at all. It's just impossible to see anything.
You could upload a fucking black screen to YouTube and be copyright claimed by this movie.
I'm going to briefly explain the plot. The story revolves around this group of friends. They all hang out and watch a creepy video that will curse them with the Slender Man.
Guys, we so have to do this.
This ritual scene is shot like when they close their eyes, they can magically see like the same forest, but they also react like nothing happens, so I don't even know what's going on. One by one, they all start disappearing. The first time this happens, the missing girl's father like breaks into the main girl's house and starts screaming about how they like showed his daughter witchcraft and shit, even though they just looked at pictures of Slender Man online.
No, don't help me!
Where is my daughter?
Then he gets arrested, and then he's not arrested, and they all break into his house, and then there's pictures of Slender Man everywhere, which I think is supposed to be the pages. Later on, the main character also does this, but it's not even like insane scribblings, like she was like possessed. It's like colored fan art. It looks good enough to be hanged on the fridge. But this is where I need to go on a tangent for a bit. This movie was almost kind of inspired by the real Slender Man stabbing, which you probably know of, but if you don't know, in 2014, 2 girls stabbed one of their friends 19 times in the woods, claiming it was a sacrifice for Slender Man. Luckily, the girl survived, but yeah, basing the movie on this is gonna be a little controversial. The father of one of the attackers spoke out against the movie, saying it glorifies the event, and the movie would not be played in the area of the stabbing. Before release, Sony kind of rushed re-editing the movie to remove most similarities, even though it's still kind of clear at the end, but they also removed basically every instance of blood or really like any violence. And this thing was already PG-13. I'm mentioning this because there's this character that gets attacked by Slender Man, so you assume she's dead. But then later it shows, no, she's alive, but just unresponsive to her friends. And then she just never shows up again. What the fuck happened to her? Every other character goes missing or dies, but last time we see this character, she's just fine, and it's not really implied anything happened to her. Well, in the trailer, we literally see her death scene. She stabs herself in the eye, but it's just not shown in the movie. They just cut it out. But the scene is still in the movie, just nothing happens in it.
What were they thinking?
This will not be the last time either. This trailer is full of so much bullshit that just doesn't happen in the movie. Whatever, we go back to one of the friends and she sees Slender Man in the trees. Holy shit. But then like 5 minutes later, the main character is like, we gotta do something about this Slender Man. But then fucker does this shit.
It's probably some 50-year-old dude living in his parents' basement getting off on emailing teenage girls every day. Did you ever think of that?
Bitch, what the fuck? You saw him. He's real. He's right there.
Of course I can see his house. It's right there. Anybody could.
In fact, I have a real-life date with real-life Tom tonight. In real life.
Oh, never mind. I'm sorry. She has a real-life date with a real-life Tom. I'm sorry. It'd be a real-life shame if a real-life Tom did this. Again, real life Tom has a death scene in the trailer. At least I think this is him falling off this bridge thing. Other things in the trailer that aren't in the movie include this woman writing shit, more little sister stuff that was likely cut out due to the stabbing. It basically seems like they cut out or at least majorly neutered a lot of plot lines in this movie. At this point, the movie becomes really confusing because you think this girl is the main character, which, by the way, this actor is really funny because she's in a lot of these terrible movies like fucking Wish Upon.
I'll see you around.
And then she's in Despicable Me 4. That's the scariest part about this movie. The plot just stops being about her and focuses on the girl who had a real life date with a real life Tom, and her little sister is like in the hospital, which just becomes really confusing when her sister has barely been a character at all. She has the same haircut as the other main characters, so I thought it was her at first. I don't know, man. You're asking a lot of me to pay attention to the fucking Slender Man movie where half the movie is just a black screen. Alright, her sister is cursed by Slender Man or something, and then she just kind of walks around and spooky stuff happens. None of these even pertain to Slender Man. It's just random shit happening. Like she sees a woman in a tub with really long hair, and then she goes to the main character's house who admits she's passed the Slender curse to girl number 2's sister for some reason. He doesn't skip over people. He can have multiple targets. You can't give AIDS to someone and then that takes away your AIDS. Literally in the next scene, she gets pulled through a window by Slender Man, and then other girl tries to find her, but then Slender Man turns her into a tree. I'm sure there's a story that does this, but I don't think this is a Slender Man thing. In fact, this is the fucking Beast from Over the Garden Wall. He does exactly this. He turns children into trees. Some people like this design of Slender Man, and yeah, whatever, it's neat, I guess. It's more so cool if you think of it as like an alternative fan design. I like how his weird neck flaps resemble a tie, but yeah, I like normal Slender Man more. Also, the movie is over. I forgot to mention that. It just ends with the girl becoming a tree. That's the whole thing.
Slender Man, I don't really like this movie.
Yo, man, you gotta watch Marble Hornets. That shit's crazy. It's like the most underground, most underappreciated shit. You gotta watch this.
I don't know anything about this series, and I tried to give it an honest shot, but it's just not for me, which is weird. I really like No Through Road, which is in a similar style, but if you ignore the shitty sequels, it's only like 10 minutes long. I probably only like that because it's so short. The most popular Marble Hornets compilation is fucking 9 hours long. Yeah, I'm sorry, I can't. I got like an hour and a half in. This is basically just the grandfather of analog horror. You had to eat this first, then you get dessert.
You deaf motherfucker! I said!
It seems cool and all, but it's just not my thing. Although the scenes with the operator and Totally Not Slender Man are really cool. I like this part where it's completely eerie and he's just in the distance and it's actually bone chilling, but then 10 minutes later it's like,
I told you never to mention him again. I know that implied not sharing him with the world. I didn't know. I never should have given you the face in the first place. I should have burned him with Go.
Who the fuck is that? Is that Sally Face?
Stranger Things. Fuck off!
Apparently this character is named Masky. And I like Masky, okay? This is a good character. I'm making a fan cam right now. This guy found a bunch of tapes of the Chud Jack Patient Zero, and now he has to find him because the operator got him or something. Then he starts talking to random people, and it just feels like playing Heavy Rain while selecting the worst dialogue choices.
Why'd you get kicked out?
I don't want to talk about it.
I mean, that's fine.
I don't know, that's how far I got. This is an excuse so I can actually talk about Always Watching, which isn't a web series, it's a real movie. I bought it on Amazon. It's based on Marble Hornets, which is based on Slender Man. Gee willikers, I have to talk about it now.
I bought this on Amazon, even though the movie is on YouTube and the YouTube video player is way better. Basically, what I'm saying is I want my fucking money back.
From what I know about the Marble Horneters, this movie is not very good. Well, at least compared to Marble Hornets. Compared to Slender Man 2018, it's a fucking masterpiece. Marble Hornets had a focus on creepy atmospheric horror most of the time. The operator hid in the background with almost complete silence, sitting there like it belonged despite its unnatural appearance. While Always Watching is like this. From my knowledge, the only things really in common is the operator being the villain and this Easter egg of Alex on a missing poster whose disappearance is the inciting incident that starts the Marble Hornets series. So I think it is canon, although the original creators didn't really have that much to do with it, and they changed the operator's powers, whatever. It's a little controversial in the community. I know Nightmind made a video ripping it apart.
Yes, as part of the canon story of Always Watching, the Slender Man now sneaks up on you in your sleep with a tiny blowtorch and burns a sexy operator symbol right into your skin.
But how do I feel about it? Again, it's not really my thing, but I don't completely hate it. It's not passionless Sony slop, and there's some pretty funny things in it. The movie follows these three people working at a news station. I don't remember any of their names. It's like Milo is the main one, woman, and then other guy. There's like a love triangle thing going on, and I don't know why it's there. Maybe to add sympathy, but it doesn't really go anywhere. And I don't think anyone is having a fight whether Milo and other guy should get the girl. We're here to see a mystery about the Slender Man. Anything not relating to that is not gonna be interesting. So they find these tapes belonging to a family haunted by the Slender Man.
I'm telling you, I look through the camera, he's there. I look up, he's not there. I'm not lying. I don't know how else to put it.
This is really funny because why was this recorded? This movie is supposed to be found footage, but they don't really know how to implement that well. So every character is just vlogging like it's 2017.
I've seen things I can't unsee.
This movie is just full of scenes of characters filming themselves watching other characters film themselves. Also, they say the operator can only be seen through the camera.
Here, look through the camera. Oh my god. That's him?
That is not what's happening in Marble Hornets. I guess they're trying to connect it to the static Slender Man gives off as like a camera glitch, but you don't need more reasoning to do that. Like, the characters are recording to document the giant fucking faceless man. You don't need more motivation to record the fucking Slender Man. Milo starts bumbling around trying to investigate, but he's just walking into houses and getting like scared after he knocks shit over. Most of the movie is just Milo freaking out about these Slender Man videos, and then randomly other guy just starts screaming about how Milo was stalking woman this entire time. And we have not seen him do this so far. He just randomly gets accused of this, and it's like, oh my fucking god. And then this happens.
No. Hail man.
That was kind of cool. I like that. Then, for no fucking reason, Milo starts freaking out, looking through purses, and everyone starts beating each other up. I don't know if that's supposed to be the operator influencing him, or if he's just a fucking asshole. I think we found the real villain of the movie. I have no idea where they're going. They just keep driving and stop at a hotel, see the operator, and then just repeat again. Then it like fucking kills Milo's dog. Then they find evil Slender Man bunker, which shows the dad from earlier started killing his family because Slender Man. The mom sets the building on fire after doing that, by the way.
Big spoilers. The end of the movie is just all the characters dying because Milo gets controlled by Slender Man, and then he offs himself and he grabs a big bat and kills everyone at the end.
Okay, well that was better, but if anything, it's actually less faithful to 2018, but it's not technically Slender Man, it's based on Marble Hornets, so I guess I can't really get that mad. It's a good thing Marble Hornets fans can get mad for me.
Alright, Slender Man, you skinny piece of fucking shit, get the fuck out of here!
Wait, what's this? What's this? Slender, fuck you!
I want to quickly mention, yes, there's a Law & Order episode based on the Slender Man stabbing, but instead they call him the Glasgow Man.
She said that we were going to Glasgow Man's mansion.
What the fuck is a Glasgow Man mansion? He doesn't even look like Slender Man. He's not even like a monster. He just start handing out flyers. He's a fucking fat bearded guy on them. What the fuck is this? It's just a guy. Whatever. I just wanted an excuse to also mention the Evil Gamer episode where Tobuscus and like Logan Paul show up playing incel gamers.
Don't right talk, officer!
I like my cheese drippy, bro.
Hey, so YouTube really hates this character that this movie I'm going to talk about is based on, but it's technically not the same character in the movie I'm going to talk about. But you know who it is. It's the weird bird chicken thing
With a woman's face too.
It rhymes with Coco. It's yeah, you know what it is. There's a certain internet challenge on it, and for some reason YouTube does not like if you mention this. Good.
The real shit I want to talk about is Grimcutty, a movie released way too fucking late for any of this shit.
My parents aren't on the Grimcutty freakout train yet.
This movie will be amazing.
His hands were like huge, and his face, he had like big red eyes.
Kind of like this.
Wait, is that what he looks like?
It looks like this.
Oh, that's what he looks like.
That's him?
There's really no challenge. Grimcutty kind of just shows up places to attack the main characters and just... Let me say, he shows up a lot. This is like the opposite of Slender Man. This big Gru-shaped motherfucker is like always on screen. Then when he attacks the main character, there's always without doubt a knife in the room she can defend herself with. Even in the bathroom for some reason. It's like a running gag. So obviously all the parents don't believe Grimcutty is real because fucking look at him. So they think the internet is the problem and start making them put their phones in a detox box. It goes exactly how you'd think.
Asha, hey, Jen!
Let go, Asha.
I just want to call Emily.
Asha, let go.
Let go,
No,
Asha.
I'll get it back after, I promise. I just need... Oh my God.
Not very well. There's this really funny scene where Grimcutty is at a party, and come on, that's a lot of fun. But the party is ran by this Hawaiian shirt kid, and he's so... I don't even know, but probably the best character in the film.
We don't have phones.
Oh shit. Cause of Grimcutty? Wow, that is fascist.
Why is he like this?
That wasn't. That's
Hold on, this guy is throwing a party, but instead of being at the party he himself is throwing, he's watching porn upstairs. No, that's fine. That makes perfect sense. Of course, like, we would all do the same thing when this is the party.
When I hit record, I want everyone to start pretending like they're brainwashed by Grimcutty.
Fascist.
The movie just keeps going on with teens getting attacked, parents don't believe them, they go to the hospital with crazy dad antics, and then there's like some subplot about a mom with a gun, I think. This could have been completely avoided. That had nothing to do with Grimcutty. The ending is strange though. They say the parents are actually to blame for causing Grimcutty, and they should have believed in the children, but like, come on, it's Grimcutty, man. His biggest claim to fame is having an Aaron Fraser Nash song.
Gonna make this crystal clear. I'ma cut you ear to ear. Stressed out, I'll never stop. Run away, still get the job. Doesn't matter if your phone is locked in the detox box.
This might be the only piece of fan content this movie has ever gotten.
Until now. When I hit record, I want everyone to start acting like they're brainwashed by Grimcutty.
Real quick, I just want to talk about two movies that fall under this category, but I already did talk about them. In my video about movies inspired by FNAF, I talked about the movie Pooka Lives, and it had literally nothing to do with FNAF.
I really just want to talk about the sequel because I will never have an excuse to talk about it again.
Yeah, I think this would probably would have been a better opportunity to talk about it, but whatever. I don't have much to add, but it's definitely a creepypasta movie. Look, it's even in the plot synopsis. The entire story surrounds this fictional character, Pooka, that keeps getting reincarnated in different forms through people lying on the internet. That's like our old pal Jeff the Slayer. People keep making up stories, rituals, and designs, and Pooka takes on those traits. The fear of Pooka is what creates it. Pooka becomes more twisted as the movie goes on, and oh yeah, scenes like this also take over a majority of the plot.
What up, Jackers? It's your boy, Jack. Back at it again with another video. You already know what's good.
Got a quick little update about that doucher, Derek.
I fully recommend watching this movie.
She was wearing a Pooka mask when she did it, and it melted to her face.
Annie, why do you have that on your phone? You brought that up so fast.
I really enjoy the cast of this movie, like this guy.
Just messing with you.
What is happening?
Name's Andy.
Classic Andy.
We love Pooka!
I just want to point out that this guy plays fucking Alistair in Hazbin Hotel, and that's very funny.
Again, just watch that video if you want a more in-depth review, but it revolves around this weird friend group being terrorized by Pooka, a fucking stuffed animal, and for no reason the main guy is being cyberbullied by a random YouTuber.
What up, Jackers? It's your boy, Jax. Come at you with some hot goss.
This is a beautiful movie. The second movie I talked about is Dear David, the one I seriously don't need to tread over again. It got its own video where I basically said all I could. But it's fucking beautiful. People probably don't think of Dear David when they think creepypasta, but I don't care. It's a scary story on the internet. The original story followed real-life author and BuzzFeed artist Adam Ellis documenting a haunting from a boy named David, who had his head dented in by a fucking grocery store shelf, and he kind of just like posted spooky stuff happening, like his Instagram glitching out and showing a ghoul face, and he saw David in Japan or something. The story went pretty viral because it didn't get just one SS Sniper Wolf video, not two, but 3 SS Sniper Wolf reactions. I'm more of a reaction time guy. Apparently BuzzFeed thought it was popular enough to greenlight a movie. This was back in 2017. The movie released in 2023. Yeah, 6 years later. I don't think anyone cared. Except me. Just go watch my actual video on it, but this movie is so fucking amazing to me. It's a complete train wreck and it is mesmerizing. I never got over this movie, man. I still think about it all the time. It's so funny. I just want to convince you to watch this movie. It's amazing for watch parties, and I also want to convince Lionsgate to make a sequel. So here's my top 5 favorite Dear David moments. It could easily be 10. Number 5, Dear David cucks Adam. At this point in the movie, Adam is trying to convince his boyfriend he's not insane. For no reason, he brings up that he deleted Grindr, and then Grindr is magically on his phone again.
I I didn't put that on there. I don't know how that got there. I promise you I deleted it.
This means Dear David, the fucking ghost who was like 11 years old, had to catfish a bunch of people as Adam Ellis for this to make sense. Number 4. Adam destroys BuzzFeed headquarters. Adam is seeing a bunch of shit that isn't there at this point in the movie, and this becomes a problem when his coworker at BuzzFeed shows him this.
Should be in your inbox.
This is David changing what he sees, but Adam still reacts accordingly.
Do you not want to do it?
Do I want to? No, I don't want to do it. Why would you even send me that? Are you a fucking psycho? Is that the problem?
No.
Are you fucking sick? Yeah, really funny. It's on every fucking screen. Hey, guys, fucking fucked up! Yeah, film it! Fucking film it! Is that good content?
Number 3. Ping! At the beginning of the movie, Adam gets drunk and starts getting like really mad at his Twitter trolls and starts saying shit like this.
Don't judge me, you're not my mom. Sometimes you gotta troll the trolls.
Then he hits them with the iconic ping! Ping! Number 2, the gay porn scene. Adam gets ready to watch some midnight gay porn while completely dressed in a button-up shirt and jeans when suddenly his computer starts live streaming him jerking off. The fucking ghost is trying to dark side fill him.
Oh, the camera's on. The camera's been on the whole time, huh?
Number 1.
And now, the number one favorite.
David plays Adam like a video game. This is the ending of the movie, so major spoilers. A man wearing a mask of Adam Ellis's soda walks out from the dark with a fucking PS4 controller and starts controlling Adam. This is a real scene in the movie. This is not a Smosh skit. It's like barely set up. There's like a 3-second scene of Adam playing a video game in this movie. And now we get Adam doing fucking idle animations and setting himself on fire. Immediately after this, it's revealed that David is actually still alive and an adult, and he has telekinetic powers. This is one of the best movies ever made. The only updates I have to give about this movie is Adam Ellis just getting increasingly more angry that it exists, which is fair. I mean, he basically signed off on his ghost story to be made into a movie, and then they stole his likeness and made him look like an insane person. On Twitter, he says he had nothing to do with the movie and proceeded to post an image of him with the Rotten Tomatoes score for the movie. I gain more respect for him every day.
Hey.
Hi, David.
You want to watch the Russian sleep experiment, man?
No! Okay, I found some slop Amazon movies based on creepypasta, so I'll just get those out of the way quickly. I can't miss the movie literally called Creepypasta. But first, the Russian sleep experiment.
Number 3. The Russian sleep experiment.
What's that all about? Hold on, here's a video explaining it.
Other internal organs were seen laid out on the floor like a piece of art, and the men were going to eat those morsels. They were dining on their own bodies and doing it with enthusiasm.
The Russian sleep experiment is a creepypasta detailing a fictional Russian experiment in the 1940s to create people that don't sleep for the war or something, and they all kill each other in horrifying ways.
Oh, I'm one sick fuck doctor. You're gonna stay up past your bedtime and you're gonna like it. Have you gone fucking mad?
You're probably more familiar with the famous image. This is your average Russian right here. Funniest thing is this is just a black and white image of a fucking Halloween decoration. Enter a movie titled The Sleep Experiment. Wow, I wonder where it got its inspiration. Oh, it got its inspiration from me trying to watch the movie. This fucking thing is really, really boring, but there's like a couple funny things, I guess. First off, it's not a Russian sleep experiment, it's an Irish sleep experiment, which somehow sounds even more deadly, and this is the first thing you see. They're doing that Dear David shit. This is not based on true events. What the fuck are you talking about? The entire movie takes place in the experiment room, this Mr. Beast challenge where everyone is forced to dress like John Arbuckle, or it takes place in the future with these detectives interrogating one of the scientists who made the experiment. The dialogue is really funny in these scenes because every character is supposed to sound smart and like poetic, but they just keep saying sleep experiment, and in my dumb monkey brain that's kind of funny. Most of the time though, it's really hard to understand like any of the dialogue with the strong Irish accents.
My father never beat me, I never had it, Dad.
So that's what's wrong.
No.
Even worse is the audio. It's really weird sounding.
I did, yes. But that's a long time ago.
You are aware of the investigation?
Oh, I'm not aware of any investigation.
It sounds like really echoey, or like, I don't know, it's like just a robot filters over it. The sleep experiment obviously goes wrong, but the way it does is strange. There's this whole like spy subplot that doesn't really go anywhere. The movie is separated by chapters, but for some reason the chapter named the imposter isn't even the one where this twist is revealed. Also, yeah, this movie having chapters makes it seem like the director thought the story was way smarter than it actually was. One of the inmates just admits that he did horrible things to a child and killed them for throwing rocks at his disabled mother's house, and then the bald one realizes that his daughter went missing, and that was definitely his daughter, so he says this.
The fuck you just hiding for a mother? Oh!
So the bald guy kills the evil guy in a fit of rage, but like, he totally deserved it. The movie tries to convince us this was the wrong thing to do, but he was totally justified in doing that. Then like 20 fucking armed scientists walk into the room to get these like 4 guys that are now crazy. I don't know if they're trying to like look like the famous image here. They're covered in bandages, so I don't really know. It ends with the main scientist guy showing up, and he gives this monologue about how he's a psychopath, and just like, it's just telling us this evil character is actually even more evil than we thought, so it's not really interesting.
Wait!
That was the sleep experiment. It wasn't really worth it.
Oh, you feeling sleepy? It looks like somebody's gonna need a little more Monster Energy and some candy.
You're one sick fuck!
Next, I want to talk about 2 movies called Creepypasta that are basically the same thing. VHS ripoffs. A bunch of short films that aren't connected in any way to Creepypasta. I mean, you could argue maybe some are inspired, but they're just kind of obvious horror tropes. First is Creepypasta from 2023. This is the movie that kind of inspired me to make this video. Like, I remember like watching 3 seconds of this movie and thinking about this video, so I guess it did one thing.
Also, just adding this, I feel like I need to point out that for some reason, Mr. Creepypasta re-uploaded the trailer to this like it was some sort of agreement they had, like this guy.
The air was warm, the sun was shining, and every pony in Ponyville was having a glorious day.
The film starts by saying it's a Screambox exclusive, which sounds like a Loot Crate spin-off, but it's actually a streaming service I've never heard of in my life.
Do you know what a creepypasta is?
We have one lucky caller lined up to answer what a creepypasta is.
Give me creepy pictures of Woody for 500.
You're correct!
Who the fuck is that, Megatron? The movie seems really promising at first, well, in a funny kind of way. Not that I expected something really good from Creepypasta. It's set up that kids are going missing after writing creepypastas. Then this guy wakes up with multiple flash drives. I have no idea what's happening, but he starts messaging the people who put him there, I guess. And the responses are really good. They just keep texting lol after he asks a question. But then you realize this movie is a fucking scam, and this is just a framing device. The whole thing is just showing what's on the flash drives, which doesn't even work as a concept because, one, it's not like found footage. It's basically just short films. He's watching short films. They're even directed by other people. So in universe, what the fuck is he watching? A bunch of shitty short films? That wouldn't be that scary, I think. Oh, yeah, and 2, where the fuck is the creepypasta?
I just can't do it. I can't take this shit no more, man.
It's just random short horror films. It's not based on any specific creepypastas. It's not even like they had to change stuff for copyright. It's just generic shit. The closest it gets is this playing on a TV where it says Ben drowned. You know, like the Zelda Majora's Mask thing, but why does it say that? It's never explained. Then there's the second story where this tall thing takes a shot. I don't even know if they were intending on a Slender Man connection. This movie honestly just feels like a bunch of directors repackaging their short films. And some of them are just in Spanish. Like, they just put whatever they could in this thing. They added this like weird voiceover to try and tie it all together, the creepypasta, but it's just this girl talking about how she makes stories and saying,
do you know what a creepypasta is?
I mean, I guess one of the stories are interesting. It's about this weird guy that looks like if Smosh was mashed into one person watching an EMS alert that specifically tells people not to watch it. And then he's called by a guy on the TV, but nothing really interesting happens. He just gets his skin ripped off by the
hooks, me bucko.
Then the hooks come for him while playing the stock horror music everyone uses. And then at the end of the movie, it's revealed the video watching guy is trying to find the video of him just shooting a guy to delete it, but then the one creepypasta girl says she's gonna leak it I don't know why she's just kind of like omnipresent. Then it's revealed he's been on a live stream and he kind of just dies after reading mean messages. That's the movie.
Why the fuck did that TV say Ben drowned?
Oh shit, it's another movie called Creepypasta. Creepypasta Deathnet. It's just another shitty VHS short horror film collection with no connection to creepypastas. I can tell because there's fucking 10 directors. This was all hands on deck, too many cooks in the kitchen type situation, and even then it's like this.
I'll see what I can do, but no promises.
Yes! I knew you'd come around.
This is the most terrifying movie yet. Basically, copy everything I said about the last movie and put it here. It's just random short films, but even more amateur.
Remember when we used to use a pencil back in school?
Yeah, that... You would usually use pencils at a school. What the fuck? The closest there is to a real creepypasta thing going on is the first story where this guy's like finding a lost episode of a show called Topsy Turvy Town that's kind of like Candle Cove, but it just gets more straight to the point.
Really? Who's that?
What the fuck? What the fuck? But speaking of Candle Cove, let's move on. Please, dear God, let's move on. Candle Cove is a short creepypasta written in 2009. It followed a conversation in an old forum where some users reminisced about a puppet show they watched in the 70s called Candle Cove. It followed Janice, a girl who imagined she was in a pirate crew with Pirate Percy and their boat, the Laughingstock. Then the villains, Horace Horrible, and a skeleton puppet named the Skin Taker. There's apparently a lot of external lore I don't understand, but I'm just gonna focus on the main story. It's the only relevant lore too. As the thread goes on, they realize the show was kind of fucked up. I mean, Skin Taker aside, there was an entire episode that was just the character shaking and screaming. The person who brings it up mistakes it as a nightmare, but everyone else also remembers it happening. Then, the big reveal of the story. One of the users, Mike Painter, writes,
I visited my mom today at the nursing home. I asked her about when I was little in the early 70s, when I was 8 or 9, and if she remembered a kid's show, Candle Cove. She said she was surprised I could remember that, and I asked why, and she said, because I used to think it was so strange that you said, I'm gonna go watch Candle Cove now, Mom, and then you would tune the TV to static and just watch dead air for 30 minutes. You had a big imagination with your little pirate show.
This is so fucking good. Genuinely, I can't think of a better creepypasta. Yeah, I get more enjoyment from Jeff the Killer because it's fucking stupid. But Candle Cove is an actual good story with a really compelling premise and twist. I remember people thought it was real at some point, and there was like a whole scare theater video about it.
Some people say that Flapjack is extremely similar to Candle Cove.
This story is a no-brainer to be turned into a movie, so they did. Well, actually, it's a TV show. I'm bending my rules a little to include Channel Zero in this discussion.
Sorry, I just want to take a little break to watch my favorite TV show.
Yo, holy shit, is that...
Channel Zero is an anthology show where each season is a different creepypasta, but I'll only be talking about season 1 because I've literally never heard of these other ones. Maybe if they covered a creepypasta people actually cared about, I would talk about it like Old McDonald's.
Then there was a fry cook somewhere in Vermont, back in '99, who walked into the middle of the restaurant and dumped scalding oil on himself without flinching or saying a word. Several of the customers started to laugh and roll around in the burning oil alongside him.
Channel Zero is pretty good. Not perfect, but pretty good. It's definitely the best thing I'm gonna talk about in this video. If you don't include Dear David, that's still up there. But this does a very good job at adapting the story of Candle Cove. It's basically just the original story, but stretched out to 6 episodes and extra lore, which gets a little weird, but I wouldn't say it's that bad. The show follows Mike Painter directly from the story, going back to his hometown to investigate the disappearance of multiple kids, including his brother, which he all thinks is linked to Candle Cove. I think you get just the right amount of Candle Cove in the show. There's not a lot, but it is really cool when it shows up. It's more about the characters unraveling a mystery with Candle Cove at the center of it, but that's basically what the original creepypasta was, so it doesn't feel like a Slender Man thing where I don't give a fuck about any of these characters. I like Mike. his actor just kind of always looks happy to be there. He's kind of just dragging himself through every scene, but like in an endearing way. The actual show in universe is weird. Like they always show Pirate Percy just kind of hanging around Horace and Skin Taker, even though they're the villains. And Janice just isn't even a thing. I mean, specific details like that don't really matter, but still, there is a scene with the screaming episode, so that's good. That's really all you need. Every scene where Candle Cove appears on a TV is kind of funny, though. My personal favorite is when this kid is playing like a little shitty racing game, and it just turns into Candle Cove. Another neat thing is the Tooth Guy. This is probably the best addition to the story. When the kids disappeared, they were found without any teeth, and that turned into this thing. It's way better before it's explained later on, and I really like the sound design of it, just chattering teeth as it moves. But let's talk about the actual plot. It's very confusing. I can see why they added the things they added, but by see, I mean I have cataracts. I'm fine with the added element of the show being linked to kids dying because there needs to be an actual threat other than the Skin Taker is scary, but they take it in a really weird direction. By episode 2, Mike admits he's the one who killed his brother, and I thought that would be because Candle Cove mind controlled him, because, you know, that makes sense. And I like how everyone doesn't trust him anymore after admitting that. But no, he killed his brother because his twin brother is a weird magic psychic that controls the other kids and they're jumping off a hill to kill themselves. Yeah, these flashback scenes are probably the worst part of the show, but at least they give us the single greatest line.
You like Candle Cove? Gene? I don't watch that retard show. That just puts a tear in my eye. Truly amazing. Then in the present, there's this weird woman that dresses like the Skin Taker and kills people with a gang of kids, and she's helping the Tooth Man, but then it's revealed Tooth Man is actually Mike's brother, like as a ghost, and Weird Woman says it's like he's the one who made Candle Cove, the little boy child who's dead somehow. And I don't even know what the fuck is happening in the finale. It's like a ghost battle in the fucking back rooms and it's over. I would like it more if it was like this.
So that is basically all the creepypasta movies I wanted to talk about. There is the upcoming Backrooms movie, which I would put in this category, but again, it's not out, so we'll probably never talk about it. While I'm sitting here, I'm starting to think that there's just something missing from this conversation. Oh yeah, Jeff.
Cause it's Killer! Jeff the Killer! You know he's gonna find you when you're
Did you know there was gonna be a Jeff the Killer movie made by Blumhouse? But it was canceled.
Oh, fuck! Fuck that!
Look out, hashtag creepypasta fans. Hashtag Jeff the Killer may be getting the big screen treatment. Blumhouse made this tweet back in 2015 like they were working on one, but honestly, I still don't know what they meant by this. Because this is not an image Blumhouse made. It's a cosplay some other guy did for a different Jeff the Killer movie that never got funded. Was Blumhouse trying to advertise this movie, or did they just steal this image to advertise their own? I have no idea. Either way, it never got made, which is a real shame. A Jeff the Killer movie would have been the funniest thing ever to ever happen. So why bring this up if it's not going anywhere? Well, I want to talk about Jeff the Killer fan films, and yes, they're just as good as you'd think they'd be.
I've made a killer. My own killer.
The most famous one is probably Freddy Krueger versus Jeff the Killer. It comes from Trent Duncan, who makes a bunch of these horror killer crossover movies where they're just like beating the shit out of each other. I know this has nothing to do with anything, but while we're here, I just want to mention that this particular film ends with the government like contacting Cobra Commander from fucking G.I. Joe. I mean, of course, he's like a horror icon. The Freddy Krueger video is only 3 minutes and doesn't really feel like it has that much passion. I don't think they actually gave a damn about Jeff the Killer because they just bought the shitty morph suit I have.
Now that's a face only a mother could love.
There's like weird meme references and like a fidget spinner, and Freddy wins because of course he does. This is made by a boomer that thinks this looks stupid as shit.
And he's completely right. You can divide a couple of these by genre, like found footage. We're hunting Jeff the Killer 3 a.m. movies, like famous short film Go to Sleep, which only has like 5 seconds of Jeff. And my personal favorite, the masterpiece known as Jeff the Killer official movie. I don't know if you can call it official, actually.
Oh, so that's who I sold the rights to.
This comes from masterful director Joshua Films, a true artist. I've genuinely been watching this guy's videos for years. There's even a clip of this movie in my old Annoying Orange video that really didn't have to be there, but it was. It follows famous actor Joshua Axe as an internet sleuth trying to investigate the serial killer / cryptid Jeff the Killer. So Jeff and Joshua finally face off, and oh, it's beautiful, man. Then the house explodes. Next film I want to talk about is Jeff the Killer Origins. Okay, this is clearly just some like random fun or some school project. It's obviously not supposed to be taken seriously, but I only want to mention it because this might be the worst Jeff the Killer interpretation just ever.
Sir, how do you want to make them suffer?
We have to kill people.
I think we have time to have some real fun first.
Go to sleep. We have to kill people. Toby versus Jeff creepypasta fan film.
I must be completely insane at this point. Now.
What the fuck is that Daisy Brown shit? Okay, I may be joking around, but all these fan films are actually beautiful and I love them. Please go check them out, especially this one, because I, for the life of me, have no idea what the hell is happening in this. Holy shit, is that Adam Ellis from Dear David? This is a true crossover. 10 out of 10. Perfect effect. This one follows Tiki Toby, but he's just like weirdly joyous about everything.
What a fun day. Nothing can ruin this.
This is true art. I love you, Freddy Leprechaun. And finally, I want to end this video looking at probably the best creepypasta adaptation there ever will be. Jeff the Killer movie by Emerald Wolf Productions. What makes this the best adaptation is that it's literally just the original Jeff the Killer creepypasta. Maybe not 100%, there's some added stuff in this investigation framing device, but other than that, it's completely faithful to the original. And if you don't know, the original is fucking hilarious. And it has it all. The fucking stupid ass bullies, the birthday party, and the go to sleep. Jeff's famous brother Lou is in this, pictured here, yet yes, the original Jeff the Killer story is even better. But sadly, no one's ever tried to adapt that. But it's fine, at least we have this.
It was me. I beat the shit out of those kids. I have the marks to prove it.
Son, just put down the knife.
It's funny because they basically got the perfect guy to play Jeff. He looks like a teenager. He looks more like the original image. But Lou is like 26. I get he's the older brother, but he's like 39 getting robbed by a bunch of teenagers. This is a good Lou, way better than this one.
It was me. I beat the shit out of those kids.
Half this movie just looks like random screenshots from gay porn.
Hey, Jeff? I just wanted to see after, today.
Actually, it being black and white kind of reminds me of this Better Call Saul flash forwards.
Address unknown. Jeffrey Woods.
What the fuck do you want?
Oh shit, the bullies are here. I wonder if the adults can de-escalate the situation.
I think you boys need to leave.
Shut up, bitch.
Excuse me?
You heard him, bitch.
Damn.
Leave her out of here. Stay back, bitch.
Oh my god! Oh shit! Jeff starts his final stand against the bullies that got his brother locked up, and it's honestly a pretty easy fight for a 1-on-3, and the 3 have fucking guns. It's not even the fault of the film. This is just what genuinely happens in the story. It of course ends with Troy covering Jeff in vodka and bleach, which we all know is the exact chemical concoction to turn you into Jeff the Killer. So he carves his face up while the famous Jeff the Killer theme plays in a beautiful moment Jeff takes the fucking killer takes control and he kills both his parents, which is honestly, it's pretty fair. But then he kills Lou. I know that's in the story, but what the hell, man? I'm gonna miss him. The movie ends with a final tease of Jane the Killer. If you don't know who that is, look it up. I'm not explaining. But honestly, I really hope they make a sequel. This is the kind of creepypasta adaptations we need. Just full on embracing the cheesiness and writing of a probably 15-year-old. That or do it like Dear David.
It's amazing how long these stories have been relevant. I mean, no matter how bad, no matter how cringy or edgy or stupid it is, these stories are always accepted as art because that's what they are. And easily they're exploited by Hollywood for money, but that's besides the point. I guess there's nothing really to say except hello. Oh, fuck.
Please, Mickey, spare me! I was good to you! Look, see? When I drew you, Mickey, I drew you happy, see? Happy!
Oh, geez, sorry about this, fellas. It's just that...
I haven't been feeling myself.
Oh no, this is all my fault. Should have never made a mouse character. Should have stuck to rabbit. Stupid, stupid, stupid. Oh, where did it all go wrong?
Mickey on a boat? Mickey selling hot dogs? Mickey doing blackface? Oh, that will do it. Fuck.
The Walt Disney Company, the biggest media conglomerate in the entire world, not only have they made millions of childhoods, but also adulthood. That's fucking low! I mean, they do own basically half the entertainment industry beyond just the classic cartoons and animated movies. They own Pixar, Marvel, The Muppets, Star Wars, 20th Century Fox, and yeah, that's just half the shit Universal already has in their amusement park.
Homer's double dipping and is cheating on Universal's back. She gets down like that.
It's safe to say Walt Disney is one of the biggest companies in the entire world, and it isn't going anywhere. But what if Walt Disney was Walt Scary? I always knew that Walter fellow was harboring evil, closing down Muppet Vision, greenlighting Agatha all along. There's something wrong with that man.
Mr. Walt Disney, sir! What's this book doing under your bed called Manifesto?
It's a tale as old as time. You know that child-friendly thing? Yeah, well, no, it's scary. You see Mario with sharp teeth and it's like getting fentanyl on your Halloween candy. This isn't right. It's potentially the most unoriginal idea in all of horror. Yeah, you could get all deep into it. It's about the corruption of something innocent. It's unsettling, and it can be done well, but it really just boils down to the evil hamburger helper image. There's always been this obsession with corrupting child-friendly characters. Like, clowns are now mostly seen as a horror thing, and those guys used to be the epitome of joy and whimsy. What happened? What the fuck? I would never want to be a clown in 2016. A couple bad eggs ruined the entire batch. My heart goes out to them. That must have been rough. My favorite version of this trend are those cartoon conspiracy theories that were really popular in the 2010s. Like, what if Ash was in a coma? What if Finn was in a coma? There's a lot of coma theories.
This theory believes that Blossom, Bubbles, and Buttercup are just regular kindergartners. Mojo Jojo is actually their older stepbrother, who is sexually interested in them.
Now hold on, run that back. Where did you get that from? Some of these are so funny because it's either the coma theories, which I guess by design you can't really disprove, or these theories that try to explain a TV show just in the darkest terms possible. Like Angelica is mentally ill and Phil and Lil are miscarriages. This Rugrat shit is actually fucked up.
Tim is the girl's uncle, the brother of Professor Utonium. The reason he's evil is because he's homosexual, and the professor was really against that.
But there's just so many weird stretches or shit that just straight up has no connection to anything, and the theory creator just said it for no other reason than being edgy.
Number 14. Dora the Explorer has Down syndrome.
Oh my fucking god. For a majority of history, if you wanted your evil cartoon character dreams to be realized, you had to make it a parody or a fan work. This is where a little thing called the public domain comes in. I can pimp Dracula out and make him my bitch. I made your game my bitch. Oh, what? You thought you made an original character? Cool, I'm gonna wait 100 years so I can sell that fucker on t-shirts. Copyright law exists for a reason, but most of the time it's just used as a way for Disney to remind you that they own half the world and you will have to legally repaint the walls of your kindergarten. Stop using our characters in a positive way. Our lawyers didn't permit this. Stories like Robin Hood, Frankenstein, Pinocchio, Hoodwinked weren't just born out of nothing, but the creators have been in the ground for so long, it's just socially acceptable to profit off of them in any way you want. Which is really cool, but I need to emphasize any way you want.
Monster!
I am what I am.
So this weird trend has started where anytime one of these famous cartoon characters or fairy tale characters get released into the public domain, some crazed horror pervert is ready to pounce and turn them into a scary movie or video game because you've never seen Mickey like this before.
Maybe I should kill myself.
Creepypastas have existed for a long time that get this basic idea across. Suicide Mouse was just Mickey taking a stroll like a fat kid when he has to run the mile, and Abandoned by Disney, my pet chauffeur. Abandoned by Disney is one of my favorite creepypastas of all time. I really think it's up there with Jeff the Killer, potentially. I don't know, it's hard to beat a thing of bleach fell down on top of him.
This writing is fucking fire!
Abandoned by Disney follows a man investigating an abandoned Disney resort, Mowgli's Palace. Then our main character stumbles upon the mascot's only room, where he finds a human skull inside a Donald Duck mask, and none other than a walking, talking, fucking photo-negative Mickey costume, who says to him, "Wanna see my head come off, bitch?" This story is very funny. Okay, it's not even written poorly or anything, and with some more context, this is actually pretty cool, but without it, the idea of photo-negative Mickey is so funny to me, especially the legacy he left when this creepypasta was turned into a bunch of Five Nights at Freddy's fan games.
Probably heard of the photo-negative Mickey costume that wanders around.
But why am I talking so much about this creepypasta? Well, photo-negative Mickey is a hell of a lot more interesting than any of the shit we're actually supposed to look at today. And thanks to the public domain, photo-negative Mickey is finally legal!
Hold on, I didn't mean it like that!
A shit ton of video games were made for Winnie the Pooh and Mickey Mouse that try to be scary, I guess, but honestly, are they really that worth getting into? Like, do I really need to discuss bad cheese? Look at this shit. Guys, you don't need to make him look this ugly. Mickey is a free man. You can use him. My favorite take on this isn't a horror game, though. Oh no, it's even scarier. It's Rubber Hose Rampage.
A little bit of Christmas magic. Come on, you help Rudolph. A little bit of Christmas magic.
This is a Cuphead knockoff where every character is a horribly traced public domain cartoon character, and it's even more bullshit than the real Cuphead. Look at this shit. What the fuck? Now wait a second. Popeye is in the public domain, but it's only his original comic strip appearance, and this is clearly taken from a cartoon that came later. Is this an illegal video game? Can't forget the Wizard of Oz stage. That's classic. This is one of the only bosses that has an opening cutscene, and I think the developers just got someone from Twitter. You ever just get that feeling that something was drawn in Flip-a-Clip?
But the video games are few and far between and not nearly as interesting as the movies. There's way too fucking many.
You know, I was kind of piggybacking off my last Halloween video where I covered horror movies based on creepypastas, and this felt like a similar concept, but the thing is, there wasn't a lot of creepypasta movies, and when there was, they were batshit insane.
Are you a fucking psycho? Is that the problem? No. Are you fucking sick?
But with these cartoon character movies, there's way too many, and almost every single one is just, what if Mickey Mouse gave me goosebumps instead of a boner?
I meant it that time.
Not that this topic can't be interesting, because it is, but I just had no idea what I was getting myself into, because this is a way less fun process. It's not a passionate or at least baffling adaptation of the source material, it's just slapping recognizable names onto shitty slasher movies. Some of these movies were already around for a while, but this trend exploded in popularity after Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey, a movie that asked the question, what's Pooh's second favorite snack?
It's not Tigger ass.
This was a movie that was filmed in 10 days, has almost no actual plot, and was made for less than $100,000. It made almost $8 million. Now, how do you do this? Hey, I might not like the process, but it gets results. Enough people want to see evil Winnie the Pooh that they watch this movie. It's kind of a beautiful thing. It brings people together. It's what Walter Disney would have wanted. The movie starts with this pretty cool animated opening that tells the story of Christopher Robin abandoning the 100-acre woods, leaving Pooh and friends with no other choice than to fucking eat people, I guess. It's really funny because at some point, Pooh shows he's capable of driving a car. How about you just go pick up some groceries at the Tesco? It doesn't have to be like this. Christopher Robin is barely in the movie, but when he is, oh, he's putting his all into it.
Pooh, what happened to you after all these years?
Oh, fuck. I can't believe you've done this.
I really like how Christopher Robin brought his wife into the woods because he really thought his imaginary friends from his childhood would still be there. I mean, he was right, but he was just so nonchalant about their existence. The only monsters in this movie are actually just Winnie and Piglet, weirdly enough. Tigger not being here makes sense because he became public domain in 2024, but like, Eeyore is right there. Actually, no, wait, he died apparently. Did he, you know, I'm not even trying to joke right now. He just wasn't a very happy man.
Our sad buddy Eeyore suffers from depression.
Winnie and Piglet keep Christopher Robin as prisoner to torture, and I actually kind of like this scene where Pooh just loses his shit over being abandoned. The costumes in this movie aren't very good, but they are kind of iconic at this point, although this is not a Pooh mask made for this movie. This is a generic bear mask anyone can buy. I remember it being used in this Life of Luxury video, and that was better than this movie.
Jester, who is that? I don't know. Jester!
Dude, this guy's bad.
It's also used in a later movie I'm going to talk about, Mouse of Horrors. Anyone can use this mask, but I really think the people behind this movie were trying to trick people into thinking this is connected to Blood and Honey. So there's like two separate layers of theft going on here.
The father wants their babies to be happy. Am I wrong?
Sadly, the movie just starts to become a generic slasher when this group of girls are introduced. It's got all the tropes. Pooh rips off a girl's shirt for no reason. Come on, guys. I thought we were supposed to be like Walt Disney, not John Lasseter.
Remember me. Woman is on phone. Let's kill her.
This is the only scene where a character is on their phone and it's not to call the police. So wait, she sees that there's a maniac wearing a bear mask like 10 yards away. Even if he wasn't a fucking bear, I would still be concerned in this situation. The movie just becomes keep away with Pooh as he chases them around like Dead by Daylight gameplay until they manage to kill Piglet and Pooh just runs back to spawn or some shit. Then a bunch of British long-haired rednecks appear to help but just completely refuse to believe their friends were murdered.
We need to get out of here now! Please!
No, go. You need to calm down. You ain't making no sense. You girls on drugs.
Oh, women be talking. I like how in this very perverted movie, these guys think that Pooh is a pervert and they're genuinely disgusted by him and only want to help the girls. It's a shame they all have to die though. And what is the shot? Why is Pooh like 20 feet tall? What the fuck? This movie is incredibly cheap, but they have this scene where Pooh is on the roof of the car, and it doesn't look great, but that's a decently complicated scene to execute, so I respect it. I also like how this kill looks where they don't show the actual murder. You just see Pooh holding the head. That's actually a kind of chilling visual. But you want to know what's not a chilling visual? When Pooh smiles via Photoshop liquefy tool. I don't think they should have done that one. The movie ends with Christopher Robin trying to save the day, but that doesn't go well.
I'll stay with you forever. Take me instead.
I can't believe you've done this.
You know, this has nothing to do with anything, but after I watched this, a movie was about to autoplay called Cannibal Troll, and like, wouldn't that be a troll that just ate other trolls? That wouldn't be too bad for me, I think. So this movie isn't very good, but despite that, it's become patient zero, and now these movies are fucking everywhere. This is what I like to call Cocaine Bear brain, where when Cocaine Bear came out, it was a success, so all the other low-budget horror movie studios started making ripoffs called Cocaine Werewolf, Meth Gator, Crack Squatch.
Dave!
Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey was so successful, it not only inspired these other movies, it also started the Puniverse, or the Twisted Childhood Universe, the fucking TCU. I'm calling it Puniverse. I don't care. That's way funnier. So far, there's 3 more installments in this franchise, so I'm gonna look at those. And I'm sad to say, the big crossover event known as Puniverse Monsters Assemble is not out yet. So I'm never gonna watch it in my life.
Okay, so I'm just looking at this poster. Is that the fucking Russian sleep experiment image? Why is that there?
This is the biggest crossover since Brown v. Board of Education. Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey 2. What's that about? Why is Piglet back? I thought he...
Fuck off.
Oh, Piglet. Oh, God. We need a doctor. Why is this movie also called Blood and Honey? I feel like there should be a new subtitle. Winnie the Pooh, Bucks and Money. Suckers. I will hand it to this movie. This is definitely the best thing I've watched out of any of these fucking things so far, which I know is shocking.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Basically, everything is improved upon from the first one. The opening credits are well animated. I like how they draw parallels to how Christopher and Pooh are in similar situations. And now there's more characters like Owl and Tigger.
Fuck it, let's bounce. That's my line.
The costumes here actually look presentable. I mean, I still kind of like how shitty the first ones looked, but this is objectively better. It looks like Pooh has a pillow shoved in there. He's so well fed for such a hungry guy. And best of all, the character's actually character in this one. Christopher Robin is actually the main character here, and he was recast as Scott Chambers, who does a much better job than the last guy. Scott Chambers actually seems to give a shit, almost too much of a shit. Like, he's genuinely able to sell his performance.
Bunny! Bunny! Please, please!
Scott Chambers is also one of the main people fronting the Puniverse, as not only is he Christopher Robin, he's producing and also directed the next movie, Peter Pan's Neverland Nightmare. Scott Chambers is only 25 years old. This is actually extremely impressive. The recast is actually explained in the movie because in canon, the first movie is a fictional movie based on real events now. And they show this with a fucking 3C Films cameo like the movie news guy.
It's porn time.
A Morbin time reference? Okay, then, by the way, I thought he said porn time, and I was extremely confused.
It's even setting bloody booby traps to try and kill me. It's like a horror version of Home Alone.
When does Home Alone go in the public domain? Hurry, write that down. The biggest problem this movie has is that Christopher doesn't have any interaction with the monsters until over an hour in. That's kind of ridiculous. Compare that to the last one. They met immediately. Instead, Chris is investigating a random janitor at the hospital he works at because the janitor apparently helped kidnap children with a mad scientist and turn them into the 100-acre monsters, including Chris's younger brother. His brother is fucking Winnie the Pooh. That's the revelation in this movie.
Fucking saw you. You took my brother and you took my friends. And fucking tell me what happened.
I can see you're very upset.
I swear to fucking God, I'll fucking kill you.
I like how this janitor helped turn kids into Tigger, but then decided to have a moral compass and kill the mad scientist. And then himself.
Oh, no!
They never elaborate on the scientist, so please, Puniverse people, if you're listening, make the evil scientist Mickey Mouse. This is fucking genius. To be fair, when Christopher actually starts realizing, oh shit, I have to stop Pooh, that's when the movie turns batshit insane and all the monsters are killing people at a rave that's being held in an abandoned factory for some reason. At this point, I fuck with this movie. It knows what it is. The monsters are fucking stupid, and I get to watch Christopher Robin have a flaming chainsaw battle with Winnie the Pooh. Disney isn't making this kind of stuff. The movie ends with Pooh's defeat and the one time he says anything. Very fitting. I like how happy Chris is, even though he knows there's still monsters out there. It's also like playing the shittiest end credits music ever. Chris, Owl and Tigger, they're still out there. You're not done yet. And that's Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey 2. Honestly, for the standards of these movies, it was pretty good. I wonder what's next on the list.
Oh, Penis Pan.
The idea of a Peter Pan horror movie where Peter Pan is the villain is a little funny to me because Disney themselves have done this multiple times.
Look at me, I'm 50 years old and I'm still Peter Pan.
In Once Upon a Time, he's like Rumpelstiltskin's evil dad or some shit.
Do you think I want to be with you? That I could ever forgive you after you abandoned me?
I'm disappointed, Rumpel.
While Hook is a hero and is supposed to be like a sexy bad boy or something, also Peter Pan was the villain in the Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers movie. Think I'll forget about that? I'll never forget.
This place looks weird. Remember that animation style where everything looked real, but nothing looked right?
I respect this Scott Chambers guy. Seems like a hard worker, but this movie is fucking boring.
Freak! You gonna pay for that?
Nothing really interesting happens. It almost makes me afraid for the next movie he's directing, Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey 3. And what's next after that? Pinocchio?
And these are two movies I'm definitely gonna watch. I don't know what just...
You know Peter Pan, right? Well, what if he was a sadistic maniac who kidnapped kids?
So... Peter Pan?
And what if he wore a scary fucking mask? This movie genuinely takes more inspiration from Black Phone than anything Peter Pan related. Now, I haven't watched Black Phone, but it's a guy doing a Joker impression or some shit while kidnapping kids in a van and keeping them in a weird house. Also, just fucking look at Peter. That's just the grabber.
I need to take you with me.
He's dressed exactly the same. He calls on a phone sometimes. He even has a grabber mask for no reason. Put this motherfucker on a Fanta can.
Grabber juice.
The most they do is Peter mentioning Neverland. Peter's shadow shows up for one scene, which is kind of cool. I guess Tinkerbell is in the movie, but she's a drug addict. Get it? Because she's on pixie dust or whatever the fuck. Also, Captain Hook is in the movie for like 5 seconds to take Peter away, and that's it. The main characters are also Wendy and Michael from the original story, but it's really only them in name. Michael in this movie is implied to be gay because a certain word makes a cameo that I don't think was in the original story. What's interesting though is that apparently Scott Chambers said he got some pushback from people above him, which is really funny because why do they give a fuck? We're making the goddamn Puniverse. Why would anyone care if they implied a character was gay? Love is love. Me and Mickey are starting a family.
Oh yeah. What are you?
The next movie in this franchise is Bambi the fucking Reckoning. And can we just be honest with each other? What the fuck even happens in Bambi? The only part of this movie that has had any cultural impact at all was Bambi's mom being 360 no scope. Does anyone actually remember what the fuck happens in this movie other than that? And Bambi's backstory is just glossed over in another opening animation where he drinks toxic waste. So the movie is just evil Giga Bambi terrorizing a family for an hour and a half. I don't care. And this is so similar to the Winnie the Pooh shit. The only difference is a giant CGI deer. Bambi's really going to town on the back of the mystery machine. I really don't have anything interesting to say about this movie other than maybe pointing out these weird bits where this kid keeps being an asshole to his grandma.
Shut up.
Why is he so fucking mean to his grandma?
What's that, Grandma?
I don't know why you bother. She's lost it. She's all...
Also, there's a scene where a bunch of bunnies kill and eat a man alive. I guess that's supposed to be Thumper.
Just call me Thumper.
And those are all the movies released by Jagged Edge Productions, part of the Puniverse saga. Again, there's that big crossover movie and a Pinocchio movie coming out, but, you know, they're not out. So I'm never gonna watch them. I wonder what's next on the list.
Oh, hey, pal, are you finally ready to watch my movies? You doing all right there? You look a bit different.
Shh, I didn't want him to know I'm out here. I'm actually a much bigger Popeye fan than a Mickey fan. Popeye boy at heart.
I've always found myself strangely attracted to the little one-eyed Sailor Man.
The beginning of 2025 marked the addition of another classic cartoon character to the public domain, Popeye the Sailor Man. You know Popeye. Everyone knows Popeye. I thought Popeye was a food. No, but seriously, Popeye is iconic, and despite not being born in the right generation for this at all, I was actually a huge Popeye fan as a child. He taught me that if you eat your greens, maybe you can get some of that olive oil action. You know, that just kept me going.
Oh, what the fuck?
So I would say I actually kind of have a soft spot for Popeye as a character. I'm about to see some bullshit, aren't I?
God damn it, they know how to reel me in. They know I bought the gangster Popeye hoodie.
Popeye is not a very versatile character to begin with. I like Manol, but show anyone under 20 an image of this character and you're getting pepper sprayed. He's not nearly as well known as Winnie the Pooh, Peter Pan, and definitely not Mickey fucking Mouse. And what makes it weirder that these movies were still made is that you're only allowed to use Popeye's first appearance. All other future appearances where he has his iconic spinach isn't in the public domain. Popeye's first appearance isn't even fucking cool. It's in a comic strip called Thimble Theater, where this guy says they gave olive oil to slip, which where I come from can't mean anything good. Then they talk to Popeye, whose only character trait is that he's a sailor man. The lines, "You think I'm a cowboy," was so funny in 1929 that the comic strip was immediately renamed to Popeye. You know, we're judging now, but there wasn't a lot to laugh about in 1929. The funniest thing that happened that year was the St. Valentine's Day Massacre, and that got a light chuckle at best.
With that, please tell me why there's 3 fucking Popeye horror movies?
The first one is called Popeye the Slayer Man. Ooh, I see what you did there.
The Sailor Man. I like the Slayer Man.
When I hear Slayer Man, I kind of imagine Popeye as an Ash Williams type protagonist. But no, we get this instead. What is scary about Popeye? In this movie, he's like a mutated monster man that lives in a spinach factory. Wait, the spinach thing came later. You legally can't use the spinach thing. That's not in the public domain. This company could get the shit suit out of them. Did nobody look this up before deciding to focus the entire movie on a spinach factory? I feel like this is really basic knowledge they should have known.
Step back, motherfucker. I'll cut your fucking balls off. Guys?
They also name a character Olivia Oil, but that's actually okay. She's in public domain too. But then there's a Wimpy cameo. Please leave a comment if you know who the fuck Wimpy is. I want to see all 2.5 people that know what a Wimpy is. Wimpy is a little fat burger man from Popeye that enters the public domain in 2027. So they're fucked. The Wimpy lawyers are coming to get them.
He's not a ghost. Sailor Man.
Popeye in this movie looks so funny, man. He looks like the Yo Mama Brody Fox skin suit.
There's too much fucking shit on me. I can't breathe.
Of course, the plot is a bunch of young adults go into the spinach factory and hilarity ensues. The stereotypical douchebag boyfriend shows up with his friends, and I really like their dedication. Like, they're willing to wander into Popeye territory just for their bro.
That's my boy Terry.
Take this. Just in case the Sailor Man wants a little bit of Terry ass.
I really like when Scary Monster Popeye just walks over to look at a laptop. It's a really good visual.
Ah, shit. I could have just looked this up instead of looking at my waterlogged Playboy pinups.
The movie ends with the reveal that Olivia is Popeye's daughter, and so naturally this happens.
Daddy?
My sweet.
Is this creepy? Is this sweet? Is this beautiful? I haven't watched enough Popeye films to know yet.
Smell your pipe smoke. I'm gonna kill you. You fuck.
The next movie is called Popeye's Revenge. I feel like something had to happen before for there to be a revenge.
This movie starts with another storybook opening, and not only has this been done like 5 times already, it also makes no fucking sense. This isn't a fairy tale. This is Popeye the goddamn Sailor Man. Popeye's backstory is so weird too. He was born with giant deformed arms, and after killing a boy, the entire town went on a witch hunt, so his parents had to lock him in the basement. That would be acceptable if this happened in like the 40s or something, but no, they say this happened 15 years ago. This also means Popeye is in his mid-20s at best in this movie, and he's not really looking like that. He needs something. He's like Head and Shoulders or something.
We haven't had a video hit 100k views in nearly 2 months.
Oh shit, I didn't know they put me in this movie. That was all just the opening, and now of course it's about college kids making out, smoking weed, and trying to turn Popeye's house into a haunted house attraction.
In the next few days, we're going to turn Popeye's house into, drum roll, a haunted house attraction.
Oh yeah, Popeye shows up and kills them. The main characters in this movie are so unlikable. They're all there to work on this haunted house for this girl's family or something, but they all fucking hate her and don't want to do it. Everyone is just kind of unpleasant, and I'm okay with Popeye murdering them. I'm gonna be real. Also, why does she expect all of her friends to build a haunted house with her in the first place? And she's talking about how she has to make them work harder. This is not fun.
Motherfucker, that's called a job!
They hit this guy with their car, and he just immediately gets up and asks them where they're going, like a Skyrim NPC. And they're like, Popeye's house. And he's like, don't go to Popeye's house. Motherfucker, go to the hospital. Then they all start getting picked off one by one. Some guy jerks off on the dock and gets his dick anchored. Typical stuff to happen in a Popeye movie. I'm pretty sure it happened in the Robin Williams one. Why does he sound like Phil from Riddle School 4? A big twist is revealed. Olive Oil is in this movie, but she's actually Popeye's sister. Don't worry, it doesn't get weird, mostly.
Whoa! He just threw it! He just threw a shitty CG fireball at Germa, and he's burning!
Olive Oil and Popeye both die. The end. That's Popeye's revenge against that group of people that did nothing to him, but he still got revenge on them.
I like the Slayer Man.
Three fucking Popeye horror movies. Come on, man. The last one is called Shiver Me Timbers, and despite being the cheapest and most amateur one, it's actually the best one so far, which is impressive because it kind of seems like it would be the worst one from the trailer alone.
This film's got sex.
Give me some sugar, baby.
Huh, boring. Where's my Popeye at?
I am what I am.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
The cast of this movie is actually somewhat likable, and that's enough for these movies. The bar is sinking to the bottom of the earth. Olive Oil is the main character along with her brother Castor Oil, who was actually the main character of the comic before Popeye took over the entire damn thing. I guess You Think I'm a Cowboy resonated more with audiences than I'm Glad We Gave Olive the Slip. Also, speaking of that, when Popeye shows up and almost gets hit like the guy in the last movie, he actually references the comic.
Are you a sailor?
Does I look like a cowboy?
But also, I don't know if the joke really works because he's not even wearing a sailor outfit. He doesn't look anything like Popeye. Then the group encounters a homeless man, and dude, that is a grade A homeless man. He has the 80s homeless man gene. They don't make people like this anymore.
He had that book about meteors turning people into monsters.
What?
I heard if a Popeye bites you, you become a Popeye.
Then they meet up with a bigger group, and the movie becomes another Popeye walking around killing people special. Oh, you shouldn't have. For some reason, the way Popeye becomes a murderer is that a little meteorite falls into his pipe, and that just mutates him somehow. And he's not even rabid or anything. He's just murderous now. Also, let's talk about this. What the fuck is going on with Popeye's face? What is this shitty small soldier CGI? Why did they decide to animate his head like this? Honestly, I can't tell if it's CGI or AI or maybe a mix of both because it's just so fucking weird looking. This guy decides to walk away to go take a shit and they don't cut away. You have to watch this guy take a shit. It's a good thing Popeye is here to put a stop to that. I'd like to point out that this movie starts by claiming the story is based on real people, real events, and real murders. The story depicts actual murders that occurred, and it's all real. Popeye is real, and he will kill you, motherfucker.
You're fucking dead. And your friends, too.
At some point after Popeye starts his massacre, a character just gets killed by a comet flying into their head. Popeye wasn't even involved that time. Don't pin this on him. Olive Oil has to stealthily sneak around Popeye, and it goes on for just an outrageous amount of time. It constantly cuts this clip of Popeye sharpening shit. It actually feels like a YouTube poop. This goes on for 4 minutes. The movie ends with an Aliens reference and Olive Oil grabbing a big cartoon buzzsaw and just really going to town on Popeye. This might be the best sequel bait for any movie ever.
Whoa, hold up. Are you saying that the mutant sailor is on the loose again?
Same MO. Heads getting ripped off, the whole shebang.
It's like a twisted sequel to what happened in California.
The only thing this is missing is Christopher Robin coming out of the shadows to recruit Olive to the team.
Groovy.
Oh, boom! Get the fuck out of here, boom!
So that was Shiver Me Timbers. It was better than the rest, but only because I didn't know what to make of it. I generally watched this movie with my hands over my mouth like I was watching 9/11 footage. This shocked me to my core.
Speaking of American holidays, don't you feel a little festive right now? It is November because this video is late as shit. It's not quite Christmas, not quite Halloween, so How about we just combine the both? What's the worst that can happen? This has been a horrible lesson. Don't do this.
The Mean One released in 2022, a movie that asked the question, what if the Grinch was a bad guy?
Newsflash, Hollywood, he is a villain like 99% of the movie. It's not that different.
You seem like the kind of person to look up which random cartoon characters are in the public domain, so you're probably confused that this movie exists because the Grinch doesn't enter it until 2028. Well, this movie did something called, well, he's not technically the Grinch, he's the Mean One.
Oh, I'm not the Grinch. I just have Ebola.
I'm surprised this didn't land them into any ruthless Seuss legal trouble because the Mean One is literally just the Grinch. Like, other than random patches on his costume, this is just Jim Carrey's Grinch. The contrast is so funny here because one is a ruthless serial murderer that doesn't listen to reason or love, and the other is the Mean One. You don't even have to make Dr. Seuss scary. It already is. Remember the Cat in the Hat movie? That's like The Hills Have Eyes. That shit's fucked up.
Dirty hoe.
And don't get me started on Seuss Landing. The Mean One is not a very good movie. The story is just the Grinch, but he kills people, and they don't say anyone's actual names.
Remember that story about Cindy You-Know-Who?
Oh, because I already know the name. That's why they call him Jesus You-Know-Who now.
Technically, the movie isn't very good either. It kind of just looks like a Hallmark movie, and when the action scenes are happening, it's filled with CGI blood and generic scream sound effects. It kind of looks like a Rocka Rocka video, but like worse than a Rocka Rocka video where it's just a cartoon character beating and killing people with stunts. Again, I don't really like this movie, but the people behind it seem really sweet. Apparently they're all very close friends, so this movie has this warm, loving aura to it, unlike the other movies that have the aura of a dirty porno theater's floor. The Mean One is played by David Howard Thornton, who is most well known for Terrifier, Terrifier 2, Terrifier 3. He's the titular Terrifier in those.
Hey, pal, don't forget Screamboat.
Not yet! Not fucking yet, Mickey! No, not yet!
Obviously, David does a good job, and the Mean One is literally the best part of the movie, but also, it just feels kind of awkward that he doesn't talk or anything. I know it wouldn't make him scary at all, but he's already not scary. It would be way better if he was cracking shitty jokes while killing people.
Almost lost my cool.
It feels like they just got the Art the Clown guy to be Art the Clown dipped in green paint. I want to see him do more Grinch stuff. Now him tiptoeing with his fingers, that was awesome. That saved the movie. The final battle happens with fucking peppermint shotguns and shit until Cindy just forgives the Mean One. She sees that he kept the gift she gave him as a child, but he's killed so many people at this point, and she forgives him and gives him a little kiss. Okay, Cindy. Go! Oh, his heart grew 3 sizes and exploded. Oh,
so it's funny to you that green people have higher chances of heart attacks. So that's fun. Oh, wow.
But I gotta do what I do.
Yeah, you got any weapons on you, bud?
No, all I have is my wallet.
Hey, I didn't say you could reach for anything. Drop it.
Well, I guess it's time for the Mickey Mouse movies now. I said I guess it's time for the Mickey Mouse movies now.
The Walt Disney Company would attempt to extend Mickey's due date multiple times by lobbying for an extension of copyright law. Disney continued to strengthen copyright protections, but this did not stop Mickey's time from running out. So, on January 1st, 2024, Mickey was free.
Oh, I wouldn't say free. More like under new management.
Disney's character? Oh, I think you mean our character.
I want to sue Disney.
Again, it's only Mickey's first appearance, but the fucker hasn't changed much. He's still recognizably Mickey. So hey Disney, why is your main man cutting this guy's dick off on my TV? That's fucking sick. I'm gonna be honest, some of these movies just aren't worth talking about that much, and there's just so many, so let's do a little lightning round.
Mickey's in other people's movies. He's gone turbo.
Mouseboat Massacre, the poster for this this one is really something.
He's the most miserable person on earth. Miserable, Mikey.
This movie barely takes place on a boat, and it is seriously just cam girls taking off their clothes for most of the movie until Mickey shows up and cuts a guy's ding-dong off, as previously mentioned. The only notable thing this movie has is this weird, shitty Friday Night Funkin'-ass animation that's in the opening that probably has some AI generation on it. It looks like 3 lame studios.
Go fuck yourself.
The next movie is Mouse of Horrors, which I genuinely could not remember anything about for a second. I looked at my notes and I stopped making them about halfway through the movie. I do not remember if I even finished this. I've seen some pretty bad trailers so far, but this might be the first one I saw that seems just unfinished. Like, the audio is all fucked up. I thought for sure this would only be a problem in the trailer, but lo and behold... that's just how the movie sounds. They accidentally recorded the entire thing under a pillow. It's a common mistake.
This is a man's hand. You killed some poor bastard for nothing.
This is the movie that uses the same mask as Blood and Honey, and apparently Mickey and Pooh are experiments in this, but Mickey is clearly just a guy wearing a mask, so I don't know.
I want you to be my one. Either that, or your friend gets a head full of lead.
Fuck you. What the fuck? What, she did it?
He looks like a rat.
Their goal in this movie is to kill women and stitch them together into a monster wife, I guess. You know, Minnie for Mickey and Piglet for Winnie.
Okay. Fucking, this is good. I like this. What the fuck?
One of the only discoveries I made from this movie, other than my orientation, was this woman, Danielle Scott.
Not only is she in this movie, she's in the first Blood and Honey, Popeye's Revenge, and the Five Nights at Freddy's knockoff, Freddy's Friday. She's the queen of this shit.
I'm not gonna let Freddy kill anybody else ever again.
One of the most interesting looking of these movies was Mickey's Sleigh House. Just by looking at the trailer, there's a lot of weird shit going on. Mickey's bulked up and he looks like fucking absolute Mickey. It looks like the end of the movie uses a heavy amount of green screen, which looks funny, and there's shots in this that are clearly AI, like this guy and Mickey burning, which is just modern Mickey, so they could get sued for this. Yes! The fact that this movie might be full of random AI shots made me so excited. This sounded like another train wreck, but the train wreck's in a new and interesting way, so I tried to watch this movie and I just can't fucking find it. It's not on any streaming service, and I can't find information on where it would even be. So I guess I can't watch Mickey's Sleigh House now.
If you have any information on the whereabouts of Mickey's Sleigh House, please contact the Lost Media Wiki. If they found ulterior motives, they can find anything. Everyone knows that you're in the Mickey Mouse Clubhouse. Donald and
The Mousetrap is a movie actually worth talking about. It's been a rough couple of weeks.
There is a guy dressed up as Mickey Mouse.
The trailer for this movie released the day Mickey became public domain. The corpse was still fresh. What's the legality of that? Because that means this movie was definitely filmed before Mickey was legal.
He's only 95 years old, you sick fuck!
To avoid this though, the movie puts this long-ass Star Wars title crawl because, get it? It's scary Disney, and Disney isn't scary usually. This is probably the first sign that they tried to give up near the end of production, because the entire movie has this framing device that was clearly added later. It's this girl being interrogated by the police, so that gives away who's going to die just immediately. It also makes no sense because we're shown shit she can't possibly know about to tell them.
Told him to run.
Well, I guess he wasn't very fast.
It's great fucking police work going on here.
Once you know, you can't unknow.
We'll take our chances.
Why are these scenes written so generic like this? What is this dialogue? The opening credits use this weird animation and wait, what the hell? Walt Disney stole this credit sequence and sold it off as his own animation.
Do you want to be my boy?
No.
Okay, no, that's okay. It's fine.
You need to date someone your own age.
First Disney movie to be anti-pedophile. I don't know about that dinosaur movie. I don't, something about that one. I don't like it.
Well, what would you like me to do, Rachel? Just kill him. Rachel, don't say that. I don't want to say it, just do it.
The best actor just left the movie.
The main character, Alex, talks to her boss and he tells her she has to stay overnight for a party that was booked late. Then this motherfucker proceeds to go into his goddamn Mickey Mouse room. Bitch is drinking scotch while watching Mickey Mouse cartoons. This is my kind of guy.
You want to see what I see?
Oh shit, my evil demonic haunted Mickey Mouse mask is talking to me again.
Motherfucker, I'll kick her ass!
Yes, the killer in this movie is just a middle-aged British man that puts on a possessed Mickey Mouse mask. He's completely normal before this too, and shows no signs of being a serial killer. Well, he is a hardcore Disney fan. All of those long cold nights watching Fox and the Hound 2 might have broken him. Also, I would like to point out the Angry Birds cabinet here. That's not public domain. Gonna get sued up the ass by Rovio. Alex's whole friend group turns out to be the late party there to celebrate her birthday, even though it's not her birthday. Okay.
He means to get her drunk.
Same thing. Hey, it's not a bad tactic.
Putting a whole new meaning into slipping someone a Mickey. What the fuck are we talking about?
Mickey didn't get invited to the pizza!
I am still playing around with the idea of whether I'm gay or not, so...
Oh! Yeah, because it couldn't have... Yeah, it's popular now, right, okay.
Whoa, is this Disney's 19th first gay character?
It's blood, not my blood. Ryan's gone absolutely nuts.
It's probably just Ryan.
Listen to me.
What do you mean it's probably just Ryan? How normal is it for this to happen? Why are you all still hanging out with this Ryan guy? What is this friend group?
Please, trapping women? That's totally a Paul thing to do.
Girl, I know he's on the registry and all, but... you should invite him to the party.
This movie constantly has this romance plot going, and that's fine. Most of these movies have that to give the illusion of some sort of depth. But I think there is genuinely more work put into this romance plot than the horror, which is not really what I want in my Mickey the Mouse murder movie.
Ask me out.
Not that it's well written either, but it feels like way too much time is dedicated to it for no reason. Then the violence in the movie is some bullshit.
I think Buddy here's on the spectrum or something.
Really sadistic, sick stuff Mickey is doing, like making a guy a little motion sick on a roller coaster. Oh no, are you gonna make me stay up after 9 p.m. too? It's so weird because they start acting like the Mickey murderer could be anyone because he's wearing another character's hockey shirt for some reason, but not only do I see a big ass beard sticking out, why is this a murder mystery now? We know who's doing it. It's the middle-aged British man. This definitely has to be the result of a reshoot or something because it makes no goddamn sense.
Did Mickey just fucking teleport? Why can Mickey Mouse teleport in this movie?
Yeah, so he's not just an insane person or even a person possessed by a spirit. This is a magical teleporting man now.
Teleporting, fat guy.
The movie doesn't even try to explain this. It just happens.
No, it's not crazy. A guy dressed as Mickey Mouse is killing us. Teleportation is still very much on the table.
I will give the movie this. I don't completely hate the cast. They're clearly trying and can actually be pretty funny at times.
No, we're not drunk. You went crazy and started killing people.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Specifically, this guy knows what he's in, and I enjoy whenever he says anything.
It's a mouse.
With magic.
So what do we do?
Kill Ryan. Kill.
Fuck did you just say to me?
Mickey is allergic to flashing lights or some shit. I don't even care anymore. So they set up this trap and the movie seems to care just as much as me because Mickey just decapitated Alex. The movie just gives up.
I never got to ask her out. And he just cut her head off.
I am not kidding. That is just the end of the movie. I mean, I guess it's the best Mickey Mouse movie so far and the actors fucking carried it. But oh my god, there is just nothing here. The most exciting action scene is a man in a Mickey Mouse costume being trapped under a chair. I'm not on the edge of my seat watching this.
Beep, beep, beep. The call you're trying to reach is dead.
Mickey Mouse? Mickey Mouse? You want to speak to Mickey Mouse?
It's Mickey Mouse. It's me, Mickey Mouse. What the heck? Oh my god, guys, it's Mickey Mouse.
Well, look on the bright side, pal. You only have one more movie. Oh, god damn it. Not this shit again.
This is it. The final frontier. Screamboat. And I'm happy to say it's not complete shit this time.
Mickey, there's one movie here that isn't shit. One fucking movie. Aw, don't mention it, pal.
Screamboat, huh? Come on, not one movie called Steamboat Killy. It was so obvious. This movie was announced immediately after Mickey became public domain with this strange poster that made me think this movie would star a CGI Mickey, but it turned out just to be a placeholder. The actual Mickey in this movie isn't a guy in a mask, isn't a science experiment that's still a guy in a mask. It's an actual 1 foot tall rat man played by David Howard you-know-who, and it is fucking glorious. This movie was directed by the same guy who directed The Mean One, and this is a way better movie. To be fair, The Mean One's main downfall was the writing and whoever was in charge of the sound effects and playing the same stock scream, but this movie just cuts the bullshit and gives you what you want to see. Stupid fucking Mickey murdering people on a boat. And they do basically every gag you would want to see in a movie like this. This is how you make one of these films. I kind of find it funny how much David Howard you-know-who is fan casted as the Joker whenever movies like this is what he actually does. And I totally agree because he's so fucking good in this movie. I don't care much for Terrifier, but there's a reason Art is now up there with the rest of the horror icons. This guy is really good at getting into stupid costumes and doing this shit. Because Mickey is 1 foot tall, he's either David on a green screen or a really shitty puppet, and it's the funniest thing ever. Even if the effects aren't great in this, I'm just happy to see a movie that's actually practical and has some artistry to it that isn't plugging blood splatter into After Effects. The movie starts with a quote by the one, the only Walt D.
Who the fuck is Walter D?
Yeah, I know a couple more quotes he said. We don't hire your kind. Yeah, put that up there. The plot is that this group of people have to survive Mickey on the New York Staten Island ferry, which is personally interesting to me because I just rode on this thing like last month. It's actually kind of weird recognizing specific places that they show in the movie.
Mayday, Mayday, SOS! The Staten Island ferry is fucked!
So without knowing it, I kind of actually visited a set from one of these movies. Seuss Landing. Wait, hold on. Something doesn't feel right. Hurry, zoom into the Statue of Liberty. Oh, dear Christ. He's already gotten to it.
Don't throw your life away. Not for the Staten Island ferry.
There's a ton of Disney characters and archetypes that are parodied in this movie that feel like it would come off as cheesy or try hard, but the movie is so stupid that it kind of just doesn't matter. Like, characters are named Pete and Mortimer, you know, like Pete the cat and Mortimer Mouse.
We'd basically be frozen. Let it go.
I heard there's a couple hidden Mickeys in this movie. Comment down below if you spot him. Then there's this group of girls that are supposed to parody Disney princesses because this movie asks the hard questions. What if Mickey Mouse was evil? What if the Disney princesses were all slutty? What if Walt Disney was racist? Oh, fuck.
About the orb of confusion.
Occupy.
The main cast in this movie is kind of forgettable, but it's not like they really have to be that interesting. They're kind of just a vehicle for more Mickey hijinks.
You saw Pizza Rat too? Seriously? Pizza Rat? Oh, that damn rat chipped him off.
Again, they're not the best, but I'd take shitty MCU dialogue over another group of college kids.
Hey, Steamboat fuckface!
Okay, you know what? I'm realizing this movie is cheesy as fuck, but I just enjoy that.
Okay, I'll say it. It's gotta be terrorists. What?
At some point, Mickey cuts off a guy's you-know-who and proceeds to drop it in a different guy's face.
Why is Mickey Mouse cutting off people's penis like an underlying theme between these movies?
The greatest scene in this movie is probably when this homeless man explains Mickey's backstory and he was just a real rat owned by a man named Walter.
Hey. Everyone called him Walt.
You're really breaking new ground here, guys. It is objectively funny that they just put Walt Disney in the movie and also tried to animate this rubber hose cartoon, but it just moves around like fucking this. Also, the Mad Doctor makes an appearance during this, who I thought would be copyright infringement because he came later, but apparently Disney just did not give a fuck about renewing the copyright on him, so he's been in the public domain since the 60s. Look, for every Mickey penis scene, you learn a new public domain fact. The movie concludes with the main character's boyfriend dying, so she dresses up like Minnie Mouse to basically seduce Mickey and throw him overboard.
If this doesn't make you a New Yorker, nothing will.
Suppose I can give your hometown one more shot.
Her boyfriend got murdered by Mickey Mouse.
on the Staten Island ferry. And this movie is still about learning to love New York.
Then, of course, a post-credit scene reveals Mickey is still alive, along with the real Minnie. And Pete. You know, Pete, the boyfriend I just mentioned earlier, he's alive too.
I'm coming, bro.
Who the fuck is this? I don't think this guy's anywhere else in the movie. Alright, I'll hand it to you, Screamboat. You were actually worth a damn, and it's even getting a sequel, which I might watch on my own time. I'm never making a video like this again. This shit was painful, unironically. Like, I'm not even doing a bit. This fucking sucked, dude.
Oh, God.
With Screamboat and Winnie the Pooh 2, I kind of see the positive side of these movies, though. The majority of them are just shameless cash grabs taking advantage of big names, but sometimes they can have merit if done right, and if there's enough passion there. But usually there isn't. And these movies are not stopping here. They're gonna keep coming and coming and coming, as long as more characters are released into the public domain. But hey, maybe that will give some people the opportunity to actually do something new and interesting with them. Or just make another shitty horror movie, probably.
It's done. It's finally done. I finally watched all the shitty cartoon character movies. Why the fuck did I do that? That wasn't worth it at all. All these movies are fucking shitty and terrible. Even if they have redeeming qualities, it's nowhere near enough. And I just wasted all my time on this shit for no reason.
What if you didn't need time?
What are you talking about?
Let me tell you something, son. Cartoons are forever. We don't get time, we get eternity. Been around for 95 years and I feel great. This public domain thing isn't so bad.
What does that have to do with me?
It's spreading, you know. The time is coming up for everyone sooner than you think. Bugs Bunny, Superman, Donald and Goofy, Betty fucking Boop. We're gonna make Betty fucking Boop horror movies.
I wrote this in as a joke because I really thought this wouldn't happen. They're making a Betty Boop horror movie, okay?
No, not that, anything but that.
Oh, but you wanted your time back. Who's to say the world isn't my oyster, and the whole world isn't public domain now? What if you're public domain?
You can't do that. I'll sue you.
What? You went to a copyright office, got yourself copyrighted? Nobody does that shit. Look, motherfucker, you're on Serial now. I'm allowed to do this. Oh, fuck! Ah!
Oh my God! Well, I guess you could say he wasn't cheesed to be here. So, FNAF 2.
Screamtrap, just get out of here. You're pissing me off.
I don't think I've ever been more excited for a movie. Maybe the first one because it was the first and 2023 was a very FNAF-centric year. Like, personally, I was kind of a FNAF channel for a little bit there. Like when I made potentially the most poorly aged and researched video ever made. But I was so excited for the FNAF 2 movie because personally, FNAF 2 is my favorite game. Not because it's actually good or, God forbid, fun to play. But because it's just iconic. It introduces some of my favorite characters to the franchise, and it doubles everything from the first game except the part where it's fun to play, but there are like 10 animatronics now. That's gotta count for something. I also just really associate FNAF 2 with the aura of the FNAF fanbase, because after this game was released, that's when people became very invested. Way too invested. So from the start, I knew I was going to enjoy this movie no matter what, but then shit just kept coming out about it. Michael Afton is a separate character from Mike Schmidt. Doug the lawyer will be returning.
I finally got my appetizer.
Toy Bonnie will be voiced by fucking Matt Pat.
Thanks, Matt Pat.
Now this didn't lead me to think the movie would be bad, but instead that it would be the most insane batshit movie ever made, and it would be my favorite thing ever. And just like FNAF 2, it crams in so much shit without improving the core of the product, but somehow I still enjoy it more than the first one. I completely understand why this movie has a fucking 11% on Rotten Tomatoes, but it's okay because I'm only 11% of a man. But before we get into the movie, can I talk about some of the marketing for this thing? I got the chance to visit the Universal attraction, and I'm gonna be honest, I think I like Dudley Do-Right a little bit more, but that's just me.
Dude! We broke down in front of the labor! Yeah!
As for the food there, the spaghetti pizza was like some Chef Boyardee Stouffer's banquet meal fuck up. The cupcake was full of canned cranberry sauce, and the Chica lemonade tastes like fucking TV static. The Foxy juice tasted pretty good though. I want some of that again. Why the hell did the Freddy Fazbear Crunch menu even happen? Little Caesars is over there doing fucking bat calzones. They'll do anything for the right price. But instead Blumhouse called up Popeyes to make some bullshit.
How'd you think this would be gross?
Because we got the fried chicken from Popeye.
Garlic parm tenders, cheese curds, and marinara sauce, so it's like a pizza deconstructed to be individually deep fried. It also comes with a cupcake cup, which is one of the worst things I've ever put in my mouth. It's like covered in like Fun Dip cum.
Is that a hair? Okay, this ain't even a joke anymore, but was that Chica's hair?
Then there's the horrifying amount of collectible popcorn buckets, which I don't have much to say about except for the one I was able to buy. Something is wrong with Chica. Woke up on the wrong side of the bed. There's something up with her. I mean, I guess it technically holds popcorn. I can put a kernel in every open hand I see if that counts for something. I accidentally broke Balloon Boy. Just don't try to grab it with the Balloon Boy. Don't try to pick it up with Balloon Boy. This has nothing to do with anything, but this movie was probably one of the best theater experience I've ever had. Because not only were people excited to watch this movie and all dressed up, but the theater printed out a picture of FNAF plus Chica. Vietnam never left. He was always here.
I will hold you here. I will keep you here.
Okay, but let's actually get into the movie. What did I think about it? Well, humans are born with two parts of the brain. The critical quality-seeking part and the monkey bullshit part that really likes this.
You mean like your friends from school?
I meant Chica.
I think it's important to point out that yes, in reality, as a horror movie, it's a 6 out of 10. But as a comedy, baby, it's 10 out of 10. Like, there are elements I generally like, and if you're mostly into FNAF for the characters and not the story, you will enjoy this movie. But this shit is not a horror movie. It attempts jump scares, but I'm so desensitized, it was just funny anytime it happened. Especially when they try to do it with fucking Michael Afton.
It's me, Michael.
The only part of the movie where you see Matthew Lillard is done pretty well. He's actually somewhat intimidating, but then randomly there's this Wile E. Coyote shot of him falling off the railing, and it's hilarious.
Number 3. Whatever you do not be related to William Afton.
There's so many moments in this movie where it's attempting something serious, but then they accidentally show you the funniest thing you've ever seen. Another victim to the dreaded written by Scott Cawthon are the characters. Vanessa is kind of the main character this time around, or at least she's the most interesting, and she's all around pretty fine, but she's spending so much time scared that she doesn't really have a chance to show any other personality trait, which would have been kind of nice. Jeremiah is back from the last movie, you know, the guy who picks up Mike's book with his big ass hands. I like how he's just Mike's best friend. That's a nice dynamic to have in these movies, and he's a charming character.
I wish I could participate in that memory and actively my own ass.
Abby is more of the same, just the cute, innocent kid, but again, Piper does a great job, especially as a child actor. All of that is fine. But then there's Mike.
Sorry?
Okay, first off, what the fuck happened to his hair? You got that from Lego City Cutters, bitch. After Vanessa has only helped Mike in both movies put her own life on the line to save Abby, shows that she would rather die than turn against him, Mike proceeds to go like,
Stay away.
Stay away. Get away. Stay away. Get away, you big stupid animal.
I like the distance between us is nice.
And I kid you not, the entire theater said what out loud all at the same time like a fucking sitcom. I've never felt more connected to a room full of random people in my life. If it wasn't so funny, I'd probably be more angry, but it's just like, what the fuck is Mike's deal? What is wrong with him?
Rick and Morty.
I feel so bad for her. She has only helped at this point. The only thing wrong she really did in this movie was keep secrets, but she completely remedied that anyway. She's the daughter of a fucking serial killer. Her sister got put in a fucking circus, baby, dude. Now her body rots inside her. Mike knows she went through some fucked up shit. It feels like this completely comes out of nowhere.
Wow, what an asshole.
Another character I think is poorly done is the puppet, or Charlotte, I guess. In this movie, she has nothing to do with the children's souls going into the animatronics, which is kind of what makes the puppet an interesting character to me. But instead, her only goal in this is to kill parents, because I guess parents could have prevented her death. But this motivation just doesn't really make sense. It honestly would have been better if her murder was just ignored in the rain outside, like in the game, because the parents are like comically dickheads now. Like, this child clearly needs help and they also have children, but all the parents are like, get the fuck out of here, you motherfucker. They still serve alcohol at Chuck E. Cheese. We're drunk as fuck.
But while all of this is happening, a white Audi crashes into the Chuck E. Cheese.
This is some kind of Scott Cawthonism, because there's also this character, Mr. Berg, played by Al McWiggin from Toy Story 2.
What's he doing?
This guy is just so comedically evil to Abby for no reason. I mean, it's hilarious mostly just because it's Wayne Knight, but it's like insane how mean he is. Even when the puppet's plan starts, it doesn't really make sense. She starts by killing multiple young adults. Then when she does start killing parents, it's some random fuckers. It's so weird because she's clearly going after specific targets, but none of the actors she's going after actually match the actors that neglected her in the flashback. So then why is the people so specific she's going after? The puppet is also the only thing making the toys and Withers move, which I'm okay with. It's probably what's happening in the actual games, or at least to the toys. I don't think there needs to be like 20 different sets of dead kids. And I like how the puppet is more of a conductor now to emphasize that, but Scott tried to do another clever thing by making the puppet literally puppet people, and I don't know about that one. It's not a bad idea, but the effect itself kind of just looks like a Snapchat filter, and I would rather see the puppet animatronic itself rather than people doing puppet face. Something that I've realized from the reaction of this movie is that the more FNAF fans experience Scott Cawthon's writing, the less they end up enjoying it. Like, we're so caught up in headcanons and fan interpretations of characters that are very popular, so it kind of feels like some of them are being mischaracterized, even though this was written by Scott Cawthon. So this might have been how they were supposed to be all along, but we don't know that because we've seen nothing of the characters so far. Take Michael Afton, for example. He might be the most headcanon character of all time. This idea of an undercover security guard going under multiple names, trying to do some good in his life after the sins paved by his father, is such a popular way to view this character that it came out of complete left field that Scott Cawthon is now saying, no, actually, he's an evil bastard whose face is stuck doing the Germa sus pose. People were so blinded by the idea of a guy named Mike who's a security guard being the same character as a guy named Mike who's a security guard that they never thought the way simpler solution. Bad Scott Cawthon writing. I think people like the mystery of FNAF more than actually solving it, because the answer is just that there's two main characters named Mike, and you've been sucking your thumb for 8 years. By the way, it may not be obvious, but we're out of the negative part of the review. This is the positive part, because I've never been more awestruck by a movie in my entire life. I really couldn't believe Michael Afton happened in a movie that played in theaters. The big villain reveal was a guy saying, I'm Michael Afton.
No, this is Mike.
Evening, Michael.
I don't know what to say about that. I can't process that. What the fuck is this movie?
You did your homework.
I feel like this reveal and probably what follows is what led to the low critic score, but I really hope that doesn't lead to them shafting Michael's character, because I need to see more of this. This is my favorite character in the entire movie. Other pros include the animatronics. Again, they're amazing, and if there's anything to really appreciate these movies for, it's the practical effects, because there is a lot of artistry that goes into this, and there is such a big improvement from the last movie with what they're able to do with these things, especially at the end, which we'll get into. Toy Chica gets a surprising amount to do just because she's Abby's favorite, and she's kind of my favorite animatronic from this movie, even though she is just a puppet. She has enough personality that I'm glad she's not just relegated to the sexy one, which I was always kind of fine with, honestly. These are some pretty bare bones characters, so Toy Chica being the token sexy mascot like the green M&M or the Jamaican Applejack cinnamon cinnamon stick was fine. But the Toy Chica jokes are so overused, I'm kind of surprised and ultimately glad they didn't play into that at all like Scott has done before. So yeah guys, keep it in your pants. You gotta stop sexualizing Toy Chica.
Before we move on though, make sure you use my GamerSubs code.
Okay, but for real, I actually think she's cool in this movie, but the focus on her kind of sidelines Toy Bonnie and Freddy. Toy Bonnie is Matt Pett, and he does a good job. It's kind of just a higher pitched version of his bendy voice from that one Random Encounters video, while longtime voice actor Kellen Goff is Toy Freddy, who does a pretty different voice, but overall, I think it's pretty good.
My favorite thing to get at McDonald's is the Big Mac. There's a lot of pickles on the outside with the sauce.
The Wizards are also in this, and while the scene they're in is very cool, where it's a remake of FNAF 2's gameplay and Foxy gets to do the Pimations thing, but really, I don't know, the scene is only so long that apparently all the Wizards only have like 2 minutes of screen time in the entire movie. I mean, I guess Wizard Freddy gets to do his pose. That was kind of cool.
You know, Wizard Freddy, you know how he is with food. Oh, I feel you. Oh my god, he's gonna consume all the food that's here. Yeah, he's gonna use my credit card to get Big Macs at McDonald's.
Oh look, Balloon Boy is in the movie. Then there's the ending of the movie. I've thought about this ending for so fucking long at this point that my head fucking throbs while I'm writing this script. Oh my god, dude, it's so funny. So Michael has his big speech, tells the toys to not only break their bones, but to crush them. Ouch, you crunched me. Then you hear Foxy, not Mangle, classic Foxy, who then breaks through the window and fucking stomps in Toy Bonnie's face. Then Freddy rips apart Toy Freddy. Bonnie rips Mangle limb from limb. Chica fucking snaps Toy Chica's neck and rips her head off. What is this movie? Look at Foxy. He looks like such a flimsy piece of shit. How did he do that? I love him.
I love them.
This entire scene just reminds me of that one fucking Rocka Rocka video.
Now, if you're not aware, there is a scene in the Twisted Ones that's very similar to this, but it was still stupid there. Everyone thought it was stupid there. This is like some source filmmaker, like, toys versus classics bullshit. It's so funny. At this point, the entire movie was either screaming or laughing, and I can't tell if that's a good thing or not. And I thought the movie was obviously gonna end at Faz Fest, because why else would they set up this whole set for like one scene? But nothing happens there. So on one hand, I'm upset, but on the other, I don't think I can complain about what I just witnessed. Like, this isn't what I wanted, but I think it's what I needed. Really think about this from Mike's perspective. You just exorcise the spirit from your little sister. Then for the next 5 minutes, you're standing in one corner as a guy with the same name as you just reveals himself as your crush's evil brother. Then a bunch of animatronics destroy the evil animatronics about to kill you. I'm surprised he was even cognitive to tell Vanessa to fuck off. He should have been the one in the coma in this movie. I mean, this movie takes place in 2001. Maybe that's why he didn't trust Vanessa. You know, the global war on terror and all.
What did you say your name was again?
Now, I will say, just as like unscripted closing thoughts, I don't think the movie is an 11%. I don't know what the fuck those critics are smoking, because I watched Black Phone 2 and they gave it a way higher score, and I don't know why. But also, I don't know why FNAF fans are that surprised that this movie is doing terribly critically, because the last one did too. And this one is just way more lore added in that normal people will never understand. And it's added in such a clunky way that I totally get why it will turn people off. Like, even just from a FNAF fan's perspective, the Michael Afton thing is the funniest shit ever. But if I was like, I didn't know anything about this franchise, I don't think I would stop cackling, because some random guy just shows up, says he's one of the main character's evil brother for no reason. If you haven't seen this guy like anywhere, I mean, he was in one scene before that, but he has no connection to them until this scene where he reveals himself to be the main villain. And it's the funniest shit ever. And his face is stuck like a fucking Gmod ragdoll fucking face tool. And just to be fair, I don't think Scott Cawthon is the worst writer ever, but I really think they should get more like co-writers or something, or someone else to look at this script more, at least than they already do, because there is some very big problems in this, and just having Scott Cawthon completely unleashed to write an entire Hollywood movie script is not a good idea. I don't think he's particularly the best writer in that field. But again, as a popcorn movie, it completely works. Like, this is gonna be a very rewatchable thing just because it goes by very fast. Personally, I like really fast pacing and I like fast pacing and just viewing it more as a fun comedy than a horror thriller. You're gonna have way more fun with it. But I can definitely see why some FNAF fans wanted a more serious aspect. And it attempts that, but it's so bad at it. I don't know, I have hope for FNAF 3, but I'm kind of indifferent on it being good or bad, because if it's gonna be bad, I'm probably gonna enjoy it just as much as it being good, because every single time these movies are bad, it's the best thing I've ever watched. I think the problem is Scott Cawthon is way better at telling a story through a game rather than any other medium. Like, you can say what you want about the books, some of them are rushed, and you can very clearly see that, but I wouldn't say it's the pinnacle of writing or anything, and obviously not the movies either, so I don't really think this is his strong suit. But with games, on the other hand, it's way more cryptic, so maybe just some of his bad writing doesn't really shine through as much. Although I do think Secret of the Mimic is a very well-written game. I'd say that's probably the best FNAF story just because it's the most clear story we have. And I definitely think it's pretty good. And I'm surprised the same person who made that wrote this movie. I think the problem is Scott Cawthon is just wearing too many hats. Like, he probably fancies himself a writer more than a game developer at this point. And I just don't think specifically his writing in this movie worked. I'm not saying his writing can never work. In this movie, it didn't. At least when it was trying to be a horror movie. When it was a whatever kind of movie you would call this, it worked spectacularly. I don't even know at this point. I'm just along for the ride, okay? Any FNAF movie that comes out, I will be excited because I get to see characters I know. I'm thinking about fucking Michael Afton, man. What the fuck? Pop goes the weasel.